Jump as soon as you hit grid. Last jump for the scouting party. Then we got to scout the wormhole.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. welcome. Whoa. Let's go! Yeah! Hold. Hold. All right, here's the plan. We're going to try to burn out of this thing as fast as we can. Come on. Yes! Oh! We made it, everybody. We made it. Oh, shit. Let's go! Ha ha ha! Perfect. All right, and the DSC's on the way. We made it. Boojum. As soon as I hit grid, I'll let you know. You can work to me. Boojum. Boojum. Not an Boojum, but Boojum. That was fun. That was really fun. Welcome back, everyone. How are we all doing on this wonderful, wonderful weekend? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody. 07. We've got Hair Quatch in the chat for the first time. Welcome, Hair Quatch. Spinny's here, Slav as well, and Will Jonesy. What's going on? Wormhole videos have been excellent. Thank you, Spinny. They're a bit long-winded, I think, but the fact that I was able to get it down to, I think it ended up being 3.5 hours, almost 4 hours from like 16 hours of recording is, I think, not too bad. Apologies to everybody. Tiagi's here. What's going on, Tiagi? Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Hair Quatch. No problem. No problem. Apologies to everyone. I have been so sick for over a week now. I'm still not feeling super great today, but today I feel like we're on the right path. Cosm, hello, of course, welcome. So we're starting to feel a little bit better today. So I really just wanted to jump on stream because it's been like 2 weeks since we were able to stream. I was working the weekend before last, and then I was sick last weekend when I really wanted to stream, and then I've been sick all week. So we've been jumping into EVE Online and just kind of dabbling a little bit with Legion. But today I really want to like go through what is Legion, what is the patch, what does it all entail, and maybe just do a little bit of kind of like chill exploration, maybe look for some gas and stuff like that. I'm actually considering taking a couple of our characters out of J space and back into K space for like the next month maybe, to kind of just see what all Legion has to offer and return to some of the things that we haven't done in a really long time, like DD sites, mission running, some FW, things like that. And because I really want to prepare for July, during which we're going to be having a special event, the belated Boojum birthday bash, I'm calling it. Some of you may have seen the announcement on our Discord and on Twitter and on YouTube, things like that. But we're going to be having a 24+ hour subathon, streamathon, and a charity-a-thon, all to raise money for charity. So we'll talk about more about that in a little bit. But I need your guys' help deciding if we should leave J-Space for a little while. Madness, that's right, Slav, madness. I agree. I don't really relish the thought of leaving J-Space and our safe spot that's here. But it may be necessary. Just so we can kind of see everything that, Legion has to offer. Even though a lot of the stuff in Legion, I think, is kind of beyond my capabilities and what I have that I can actually fly, especially the new Marauder and the new Dread and things like that. So anyway, we'll think about it. All right, and for all of you guys who are here early, hashtag Legion in the chat for our first giveaway. We've got some cool skins to give away today. And then we're going to talk. I think what we'll do is we'll start off by maybe just talking about Legion. You guys can help me understand the patch. And we can look at, I kind of want to look at some of the patch notes just to see what that all has to say about this. I was very curious at FanFest to see how all of these different changes we're going to kind of pan out, especially when it comes to T3Cs. It looks like they have been adding some power to T3Cs. My power, I do mean literally power. So I think that may change things a little bit. Let me go over to my Tengu here. Also, they fixed the emblems on here, which is really cool. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. But it used to be that the emblems were broken for our Boojum Corp. They fixed it. I don't know if that's because I asked them to fix it when I was at FanFest and they just happened to do it, or if they accidentally fixed it with their patch, but it's fixed, which is awesome. But yeah, look at this. We've got excess power grid now. I think it depends on what we actually have in our fit here. What do we have? We've got an augmented graviton reactor. So, that's not the one that they added power to. They added power to a different one. Which one did they add here? I think it was to a different subsystem. Was it the core subsystem, or was it the... Might have been the offensive subsystem. Oh, we'll have to look at the patch notes. We'll have to look. But they added more power to the Tengu. I was hoping it was going to be kind of across the board. Because I really want to... I think I'm going to change my PvP fit to our backdoor overprop fit, which I really like. Not yet, Spinny. We do not. We need more stuff. So we'll talk about it right now, actually. So, we've been playing EVE Online for a little bit more than a year now, and I wanted to do something to sort of commemorate playing EVE Online for more than a year. It's sort of the birthday of our Boojum character here in EVE Online. So to do that, we are going to be doing a 24-hour charity subathon. We're going to be raising money for Guide Dogs for the Blind, which is a really awesome non-profit organization. I was out at Guide Dogs for the Blind, out at their facility a few weeks ago, and they have got an amazing setup and a great mission. Basically what they do is they've got a wonderful team of people that come in. They've got a whole campus where they train guide dogs, and once they've trained up the guide dogs, then they will bring in the future owners to their campus, and they will stay there for, like, I believe it's 2 weeks. on campus to train with and get to know their dogs. And it really is a life-changing event for all of those people because it gives them the ability to get out, to like go and explore the world with their companion, leading them along the way. And the trainers go through a ton, which is absolutely amazing. Herrick Watch, you can sub now if you want to. We'll talk more about how the subathon is going to work. I think it's gonna be kind of unique. I think you guys will like it. But yeah, the trainers do a really good work. It's pretty spectacular. They actually have to live blind themselves for over a week so that they know exactly what the challenges of being blind are and help them understand how and why they're training the dogs the way they do. So I'm really excited to be working with Guide Dogs for the Blind. They're a great organization. They're helping us out. Huge shout out to them. But on the 4th of July, we're going to be celebrating our Boojum's character's birthday. So the way we're going to do that is I'm calling it a charity subathon. Every time you guys sub to our channel or do gifted subs to the channel, I'm going to donate $10 to Guide Dogs for the Blind. You can also donate directly to Guide Dogs for the Blind if you like. We're going to have a ton of goals that have different prizes along the way for the charity itself. Right now, we're setting a very ambitious $10,000 goal for everybody who's participating. We've got a whole bunch of other streamers who are going to be helping out as well. I've got a team set up on Tiltify so that we can all join in together to help raise money for Guide Dogs for the Blind. And based off of the team goal, we're going to have a bunch of prizes and giveaways, things like that. I think at $10,000, we'll maybe shave the mustache. And then there will be different prizes along the way for how much people donate to the charity. For example, we're doing our Anoikis Freeport project. So you can have the opportunity to have one of the Freeports named after you for donating to the charity. We're going to be doing all sorts of our normal in-game giveaways, Plex, ISK, ships, skins, all that sort of stuff. If you would like to donate anything to help me give prizes for the giveaway, either, if it's just straight ISK or ships or skins or whatever you want, you can absolutely do that. It'd be a huge help. I need to start raising giveaway things. I've got about a month to do that, raise as much as I can for giveaways. That would be a huge help. You can send it to the Boojum in game, which would be super great. And then during the 24-hour event, we're going to be doing some NPSI. I think we may get some help with some FW and some fleet commanders from other streamers that can come out and FC for us. Well, we're going to be doing a little bit of J-Space activity too. I think Caroline said that she would like to host a sort of J-Space tutorial or welcome or how to J-Space a little bit. So we'll be working with her. I'm thinking we probably are going to have a PvP tournament, which would be pretty cool with some prizes. We may do a New Eden Grand Tour, so a tour around New Eden where we can all fleet up together and just go caravan all through New Eden. Probably die along the way, but try to get to the New Eden Gate, which would be pretty cool. Things like that. So that's going to be on the 4th of July at 4 o'clock p.m. Eve time or 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. By the way, if I didn't say so, huge shout out to Tiagi, another wonderful streamer here on EVE Online. Captain Crabtree, what's going on? Yes, hashtag Legion in the chat for all of you guys who are just joining in for our very first giveaway. The other thing that we're going to be doing is if we get to 150 subs, then that's going to unlock a tier 3 subscription for my wonderful mod Lunicus. We already got our tier 3 subscription for Cosm, which is super awesome. But to unlock one for Lunicus, we got to get to 150 subs. So our sub goal is going to be 150. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing too, because it's a subathon. Every time we get 10 subs, we're going to add an hour to the 24-hour timer. So we could go, if we met our goal, for 35 hours pretty much, which is a long stream. That's a very long stream. It's also part of the reason we're doing it on the 4th of July is because we're going to have quite a few days where we can make this all happen. What do you guys think? that sound like a fun event to everybody? We'll have some more special events in there that are not listed on here. And I'm going to have a whole, another flyer made up where we list all of the different goals that we have out there. Some of them will be in-game goals to unlock different rewards. Others will be out-of-game, like shaving our wonderful mustache. I don't know if you guys really want to see me with a shaved mustache. Might be pretty terrifying. It's been over a year since we've shaved our mustache, if you guys didn't know. What do we got here? Arbor Himalaya birthday stream giveaway. Yes, a Fenrir. Nice. I need to open my spreadsheets for our giveaways. Absolutely. Eve donations. All right. We've got a Fenrir. Hell yes. Let's write that down here. The birthday bash. Fenrir from Arbor Himalaya. Thank you so much. Yes, it has begun. The Boojum birthday bash has begun. Oh, yes. Nice. Fenrirs are awesome. Look at this guy. If that doesn't look Minmatar, I don't know what does. Looks like the end of a like laser blaster. Oh man. Okay, throw this guy over here. We've been for a whole year, Sloth. Can you believe that? A little over a year actually. We started playing in April of last year, which is absolutely insane. Crazy. It's like a naked mole rat. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Slav. So what I want to do is, now that we've got that announcement out there. By the way, I need somebody remind me to make this announcement again later when there's more of y'all hanging out here in the chat. We got to spread the word. Hare, thank you very much. That was a really fun presentation. If you guys haven't seen, we gave a presentation at FanFest on like the new player experience for EVE Online in 2024. They've got the video up on CCP EVE's YouTube site. You can go watch it. If you do go watch it, let me know what you think about the presentation. I thought it went okay. I only had time for one question, unfortunately. I went a little bit long, but it was a good question, and it was so much fun. Our in-game name is the Boojum. The Boojum. Yes, Yagi. A 12-year bit of it was very encouraging look and gave some renewed hope. Nice, Hare. Nice. That's awesome. I was actually really surprised to see how many new people. Oh, thank you, Cosm. How many new people there were who had shown up to FanFest and were also like new bros like I was. In fact, there were a couple of people that were at FanFest because they had like spouses or friends that kind of dragged them along who had not played EVE Online at all, and they came up to me after the presentation and said they were going to start playing EVE Online and give it a shot, which I was really, really excited about. I mean, when I first started playing a year ago, it honestly felt like I was the first new player in a decade, and like all the sharks were just circling. It was amazing. Hoot Johnson, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being awesome, Hoot. Thanks, Tiagi. What do we got going here? Another donation for a Marshall. A Marshall. Yes. That'll be great, Tiagi. A Marshall for the Boojum Bash. That's so fitting too. Tiagi, you're still a member of the Wormhole Police, right? Still out there cleaning up J space for everybody, making sure that it's crime and litter free. I probably did meet some of you. Oh, your Wingspan. Oh, that's right, your Wingspan. Yes. Even better. I love Wingspan. Making delivery boy. A delivery boy. Yes. Yeah, we should do a battle venture too. That's a great idea. We could do a battle venture. Maybe I'll give away the battle venture that Captain Ahab gave to me. I think I might still own it. Let's see. I may have lost it at some point. I probably did lose it at some point. Or we gave it to one of our other tunes. Is there any chance that that very battle venture still exists? There's no way I didn't eat that out somewhere and get it exploded. Yeah, that thing's probably long gone. But we'll make a new battle venture. We'll make a new battle venture just like Captain Ahab gave to us and took us out with. That'll be great. Got a bunch of other stuff. We've got a porpoise blueprint I think we can maybe give away. A couple of other ships. We're probably going to give away a couple of Tengus, I think. Which would be pretty sweet. Staxed, what is going on? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we're coming up in 3 minutes. We're going to do our opening giveaway for all you early birds who are here. So hashtag Legion in the chat. Hashtag Legion in the chat. Now, as you can see, we're just kind of chilling here in this wormhole. We're in J221414. It's a little C3 that we wandered into a couple of days ago. The Boojum. That's right, Stacks. The Boojum. Now, when I logged in right before going live here on the stream, there were a bunch of prospects up to no good in here, and a Loki as well. So I'm kind of letting the wormhole just kind of cool down a little bit. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people who live here. I may scan down some of the surrounding areas. Just to see kind of what's going on. But I kind of want to be a little bit chill today. I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of hunting. I think we'll just maybe do some exploration in J-Space a little bit. I think there may be some new stuff dropping from some of the relic sites. Oh, damn. That's a hefty donation for the birthday bash. Did I just see, is that 10 billion ISK? Dude. Hell yes. Was that from you, Stacks? That's going to fund a lot of wonderful prizes. Hell yes. Big time now. That's right. You guys are absolutely amazing. 10, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 10 billion ISK. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Need to format this cell for currency. Yes. Holy shit. Thank you so much. That's gonna be wonderful for maybe doing a little PvP tournament. That will help. That will help a little bit, Stacks. That will help a little bit. God, you guys are so amazing. That was one of the things I was saying at our FanFest presentation. Is it seems like I'm convinced that the EVE Online community is like the most charitable community in video gaming. And I would challenge anybody to prove me otherwise. I don't think that it's possible. I'm actually a little bit nervous that our $10,000 goal for the charity that we're raising for is going to be met too quickly, and I'll have to stream for 35 hours instead of a mere 24, and I'll have to shave my mustache. I really don't want to shave my mustache. I'm not going to lie, but I also really want to meet our goal for Guide Dogs for the Blind. Okay, we're at 31 minutes into the stream. So last call, hashtag Legion in chat, and then we're going to do this first giveaway. We've got 7 of you guys who have entered, which is great. We're gonna give away a few of our a few of the skins we have available here from CCP. We've got some Praxis Media Miasma skins, which I'm excited to give away. We got a really great Praxis kill the other day. It was like a 500 million-isk Praxis, which I was pretty excited about. Caught it with our Tengu. And then we got a Venture kill and a Heron kill like less than 10 minutes after that. It was a wonderful day. Praise Bob. Praise Bob. I think I actually have... Yeah, look at this. We got 3 sacrifices to make to Bob at some point. Oh, I also wanted to ask you guys. Yogi, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. I also wanted to ask you guys. I was thinking about changing the size of my sort of in-game UI back to 110 or 125. I want to see what you guys think. I know that 100 can be a little bit difficult for you guys to read. So this is what our kind of on-screen and overlay looks like right now. Kidney Beans, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I know it's a little bit difficult to read, I think, for you guys. For me, it's quite nice. I have a huge amount of real estate where I can see everything quite clearly. But let me know what you guys think. Would you rather it be, would the font size and everything be a little bit bigger? I think it might be better for doing like tutorials, like our JSpace survival guide or wormhole survival guide. It may be a little bit easier for you guys to see stuff if it's a little bit bigger font. Maybe we'll mess around with that in a little bit. All right, I think we've got you all. We've got you all here. Yogi, it's so good to be back. We've got everybody here. By the way, Kidney Beans, first time here. Welcome, welcome. You think it looks fine, Hoot? Okay. Somebody commented that they felt like everything was like the screen was like too big, and it was tough to see stuff. But maybe I'll just leave it the way it is. Stuck with your overlay. Feel like you have too much on the screen sometimes. Yeah, that's how I feel too, Yogi. I try to keep my overlays like minimal as possible, so I don't have to like search for information. You know what I mean? Kidney Beans, what are we doing today? We are going to be having a nice, chill, relaxing stream. And we're going to be overviewing the Legion patch, and then I think we might do a little bit of exploration. We're still sick though, so I can't promise how long we'll stream for today. We got to rest. We've taken some medicine, so I'm feeling okay right now, and coffee's kind of helping out a little bit, but I think I like to do a little exploration. We're in a very dangerous C3 right now. There's a cloaked up Loki in here somewhere lurking, so I'm kind of letting them cool down a little bit. See if some of the prospects that were in here come on back. All right, so here we go. We're gonna roll this thing. You guys ready? We're rolling it. And the winner is Tiagi with the win. Let's go. Let's go, Tiagi. Nice. Dude, Tiagi hasn't won in a long time, I think. Congratulations. Yes. All right, let's throw one of these guys your way. You probably have a few of these, I imagine. And it has been a while, but you have one in the past. All right. Off it goes. I really like this skin. All of Kaldari Prime's skins just look so good. The Praxis is such a weird and cool ship. I saw a Praxis on a wormhole the other day just slaughtering a T3C. It was interesting to look at and watch. Okay. Well, 3D printer guy. Hey, what's going on? Welcome from YouTube as well. By the way, huge shout out to Robicus Stromicus, the only Alliance member. That's right. So if you guys didn't hear the story, we started the Alliance, the Children of the Chain. That was back in, I want to say it was like January, or maybe it might have actually been December when we actually like officially started the Alliance. And then while we were at FanFest, I didn't pay my taxes for the Alliance because I didn't know that you could set it up on auto pay. and Concord closed the alliance. And I was terrified. I thought that we would never get the alliance back. We have to start all over because I really liked our ticker, which is awake. But turns out all I had to do is pay another billion-esque to open the alliance back up. And now it's on auto pay, and it won't close again, hopefully, without me, running into some significant ISK financial problems. So the alliance is ready to rock and roll. If you guys want to join the Children of the Chain Alliance, absolutely welcome to. Chris, dude, thank you for the subscription, too. Hell yes. You still run our skin on your Ishtar? Nice, Yogi, nice. That's the other thing. That's the other reason I think I might need to get back to K-Space is so we can make some more Boojum skins. We actually have to make a Boojum themed Astra House and like get our Alliance Corporation colors. That was one of the patch notes. Actually show you guys our corporation here. So you guys can see our branding. Where is it? Branding. Administration. Brand management. Yes. Check out our colors. I think that's what we're going to go with for the Boojum Corporation colors, which is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Jedi, what is going on? Welcome. Kidney Beans Fan Fest was amazing. You should definitely go next year. I bought tickets for next year's Fan Fest while I was still at this year's Fan Fest. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Do we own our own wormhole? No, we do not. We do not. We roam nomadically through J-Space, spreading the word of Bob and recruiting for the Children of the Chain Alliance so that we can one day unite all of J-Space together and rise up against Known Space to destroy their rules and laws and burn their stargates to the ground that they find so dear. Imagine thousands and thousands of J-Space ships emerging across all of New Eden simultaneously from wormholes to camp their gates. Someday. Anyway, this is what our alliance, our corporation sort of colors look like, which I think is pretty cool. And then for structure, check this out. We can make, this is part of the patch, which we're going to look at here in a little bit. We can make our own structure colors. So if for some reason we actually owned, a Keep Star, we could design a Boojum themed Keep Star. How cool would that be? I was thinking we probably start with a base coat of Pulsar Pink. Now, I will say that the structure colors are a little bit more subdued than I would like. I would love something a little bit more vibrant. But we'll go with some Pulsar Pink. Maybe a Azure? Celestial Azure? That looks kind of okay. Ooh, this ocean one. Yeah, that looks kind of... A nice kind of cyan is kind of what I'm looking for. And then a yellow, I think. Maybe yellow there. That looks pretty good. And then how about this cyan one? That's not too bad. Someday if there's a Boojum Keepstar out there, I think it'll look something like this. Here's a Raitaru. Not too bad. The Fortizar is kind of good looking in these colors. I dig that. The line should have a Keep Star as a lifetime goal. That'd be pretty sweet. I don't know if you can you even put Keep Stars in J-Space? I don't think so, right? Can you? No. Fortizar, I think, maybe is the biggest we can go. Astra House would be great. I think we could do Astra Houses pretty easily. We already own I think it's an Athanor that was donated to us that we're going to be anchoring in J-Space as one of our free ports. So it'll probably look something like this. You can. Oh. Ooh. Fort Knox was a wormhole Keepstar. Ah, dude, if we could get a wormhole Keepstar, that would be amazing. You saw a Keepstar in a wormhole yesterday. That's awesome. Now it's a landmark. No kidding. Well, then we have a goal. to eventually get a Children of the Chain Keepstar. Yeah, someday. Can you imagine the Children of the Chain logo there? We have to keep our alliance going for, I believe, 24. I think it's 12 months. I think it's a year. I think we have to have the alliance going. Oh, maybe it's 6 months. It's either 6 months or 12 months. We have to keep the alliance going before we can make our own custom branding, custom logo. So I'm excited about that. Envo, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Long time no see. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of our... We also changed our logo, which I'm pretty excited. I like this logo. It's got a little, like, a little mini Boojum creature here you can kind of see. We've got an eye for Awaken. And then a cool half wormhole. It looks like a moon, but I'm going to call it a half wormhole. I think that'll be... Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, so... 6 months. Okay, perfect. 6 months. Nice. Is it similar to your guys' Slav? Let me check it out. Let's see. Corporations. Slav, huh? Can I look for the ticker? These are freelance jobs. I really want to do some freelance jobs as well, actually. Slav. Is it Slav Incorporated? That can't be right. A golden flaming eye. Aha. It's the event horizon, which you can see. Yes, that's right, Envo. Exactly right. See, Envo gets it. We're nailing it. The event horizon. Golden flaming eye. I guess you can't search for tickers. Science labs, occurring variation. Ah. Science lab. Occurring variation. Ah, it is. Yes, that's very cool. I like that. I like that. Wonderful CEO, Manav. I'm going to add you as a contact. Nailed it. Now when I see you, I may be slightly less quick to shoot. Can you have freelance jobs in a wormhole? You can have freelance jobs in a wormhole, 3D printer guy. I need to go like in depth into the freelance jobs. We're going to do that in a little bit, I think. What I really want to do is I want to make a freelance job campaign. Kind of like you would as a dungeon master for D&D. I'm really excited about that. I don't think that the freelance jobs interface is like fully fleshed out enough to quite do that yet. I've got some feedback for CCP on how to like make it a little bit more open, a little bit more sandboxy. Right now it's a little bit limited, but I'd really love to make a freelance jobs campaign, especially for new players, that leads them into wormhole space. But you can assign J numbers to freelance jobs, which is pretty cool. Yes, make them recurring would be amazing. Make them recurring, and I would like to connect them. So you can have like this job leads to this job, or this job unlocks this job, unlocks this job, unlocks this job. That's what I really, really want. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of dark gray, Slav. Ah, you picked the eye for your fast travel corp? Yes. So if I think that freelance jobs will be iterative, which will be great. Hopefully they keep making improvements to it, keep expanding that, but we'll make some suggestions, hopefully. Yeah, so, well, the way the freelance jobs work, 3D Printer Guy, is the freelance jobs are advertised at your corporation's office within X region, within X jumps from your corporation office. So I can advertise the jobs in K-Space, but have the job assignment be to, like, go mine ore in J221414, stuff like that. So you can actually assign the actual quest, if you will, the mission, into a J number, but the job would be advertised in K-Space. So I think that'll actually work out okay. What I would love to do is, I'll probably do something like Thera, like assign a job to Thera to like get people into wormhole space with a description of how to use Eve Scout in the job description so that they can find Thera, because that's probably the easiest way to find a wormhole, right? A specific wormhole, I should say. But, we'll be experimenting more with that in the future. Dude, you're exactly right, Slob. Exactly right. Yes, you could do a search for X wormhole as a freelance job by sending it to Scan and J. That's exactly right. Have it a one-time payout. Yeah, so you can do. That was the other thing I was thinking, Bo. We could do basically like scouting or how to find specific J number tutorials, right? Like you could also do like treasure hunts, like find this specific wormhole, collect a little bit of ore from there, like an Easter egg hunt. Exactly. I think that'd be cool. Maybe we'll do something like that for our July event. Which would be pretty cool. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is before we start going over some of the patch notes, spend a little bit of time and just scan down this wormhole, see if this Loki is still lurking around somewhere. I haven't seen anything on D-Scan for a long time, but as you know, wormholers are, if anything, very, very patient. Extraordinarily patient. So they're probably still here, cloaked up, lurking, and we'll advertise that we are also still here by kicking out some probes and then scanning down this system. I need to reconfigure my Astero into our little exploration Astero. Right now it's in a PvP fit, so yeah, find the needle in the haystack and mine X amount of ore. That's exactly right. I think that'd be a pretty fun little quest for people to like cut their teeth in wormhole space. I really want to get, man, I just want to make a chain of missions. I think that'd be so cool. Wait all day easily on 1 kill wormholes. Yep, exactly, Slob. There is a Loki here. They're cloaked. They're just waiting. Patience is key in J-Space. As they say, you have to train patience to 5. We're still novices in the way of patience. I would say our patience is at like a solid 3.5 or 4, maybe a 4. I've waited a long time to make things happen before, but I also take every single piece of bait that I can possibly take. All right, we'll just scan all these guys down nice and quick, and then we'll see if there's any good connections. Me and my friend ratting in C3 got killed by 9 T3Cs and bubbles a few hours ago. Oh, that'll happen. Yes, patience, positioning, and intel. PPI, if you will. And propaganda, of course. PPPI. Wormholes are like submarine versus cruiser in real life. Yes, exactly right. That's exactly right. Tiagi with the 5-month subscription. Let's go. Let's go, Tiagi. Thank you. Hell yes. Hell yes. What do you guys think about our plan for the charity subathon by adding time for every $1,000 and also by us donating to the charity anytime we get subscriptions? I thought that might be a good balance because I know there's some people that would rather donate to the charity directly, and then there are some people that would rather like support the channel and do like subscriptions and things like that. So I thought, well, we could do both, and anytime you guys subscribe for $5 or whatever it is now, then I would donate $10 to the charity, and that way we can get kind of the best of both worlds. You can contribute, and no matter what you do, you can contribute. As long as you put an affordable limit on yourself. Well, I think if we got to 150 subs, that would be $1,500. I would be super, super happy to do that. I think that would be great. Use the same eye on your alt corp. Try to make it more like a pupil with void with the layers. Ooh, yeah. It worked out terribly. It sounds really cool. Yeah, we need to reconfigure this ship into a relic and data ship, not PvP. We haven't done hacking in a long time. Some decent stuff there. We got a bunch of gas yesterday with our prospect, which is great. Joven, yeah, let's take a look at it. Why not? Let's take a. We'll look at people's corporation logos. Joven. What is the actual name? Because I don't think I can search for tickers. Maybe I can. Didn't seem to work before. Jovian Observation Network. That looks like it probably is it. It doesn't look too bad. The color palette in the corporation logo maker, like the corp logo tool, really needs an update. The fact that you can't choose any color blows my mind. That's pretty cool looking, I think. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, the corp logo tool, it just seems so out of date. Also, I think you should be able to apply to make your own bespoke corporation logo just like you can for alliances. You know, why not? Just have a verification process like you do for alliances. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything stopping them from allowing that. Maybe it's something like latent super old code that they've got to work around. When I was talking to the devs at FanFest during the charity dinner, they were talking about how that is one of the limitations they have. Like, there is some code that's in there that is way down in there. Deep, deep code from decades ago that sounds like it can be really tricky to get to, and I know exactly how that works when it comes to coding. Yeah, spaghetti code is rough. You can break things on accident while fixing other things. You can fix things on accident while breaking other things. It's kind of crazy. So I appreciate the challenge of spaghetti code and old code. It really takes a full revamp. No idea what's going on that far in. That's exactly right. Yeah, you really have to have a very well thought out, planned course of action for your code to give it some really good longevity. And you just can't foresee everything sometimes. So I do appreciate that. I will give them that. Coding can be hard.
Self-drive acting.
Da-da-da-da-da. Whoa, that guy's way down there. Well, let's grab this little gas site. How about we actually resolve this, which is nice. Let's see if we can snag it with this 5.5 AU scan. Editing the code is heresy. Oh, hey. What do we got here? Does this go to low sec? We got a high sec connection? Maybe those guys were day trippers here. Interesting. Huh. This might be the perfect opportunity for us to jump out of this wormhole and make our way back to K-Space. What do you guys think about that idea? Should we leave our wormhole and head back to K-Space for a little bit? Maybe for a month? I'll probably leave behind I'll leave behind the majority of my caravan. I'll leave behind the Prospect and the Porpoise probably to continue to get gas and but I thought maybe I'd take the Tengu and the Astero out to K-Space to do some Skinner designs for our event and maybe do some mission sites, some DD sites. We haven't done that in a long time. I think there's a lot of stuff going on too with the expansion. It seems like all the expansion stuff is in K-Space. There's really nothing classically in J-Space. This could be the perfect opportunity to do that. I've been waiting for a good sort of Jita connection, and it looks like we've just been gifted one. Praise Bob. Let's see, what's this wormhole we've just landed at? Got a C4 here. Nice. Yeah, it probably is pretty close to Jita. And we have got 2 more connections here to scan down as well.
Drive active.
Oh man, 3 connections. There's a lot of wormholes in here today. It's kind of cool. It's good. That's good. Love that. Do I know about the new Goons vs. Horde War starting? I do. Yes, Envo, I do. I have been monitoring that with great interest. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody. We're going to check out this in a little bit here, but the new map actually showed some interesting data. I was looking at some of the ways you can filter this for statistics, and we had, let's see, average, like for example, average pilots in the last 30 minutes, 153 down here, which is pretty interesting. And there were a bunch of ships destroyed in one of these sites over down in, it was down near Delve the other day, actually. I don't know exactly where that war has been occurring. I thought it was going to be over here somewhere, kind of by Stain or Impasse, but yeah, there were quite a lot of ships lost the other day, which is very interesting. Very interesting. Find it funny if we could just cause some chaos by uniting the Wormhole Corps to siege a bit of land in the upcoming No Man's Land to base out of. Yes, that would be really cool, Envo. That's exactly what the Children of the Chain is all about. Something like that. Do I not want to settle in a temporary wormhole with a pause? Probably not, Printer Guy. We really embrace the nomadic lifestyle, and we have a lot of, there's 2,500 wormholes that I need to go visit to spread the word of Bob and the Children of the Chain, to recruit for the Children of the Chain. And being a nomad is so much fun. It's so much fun. Did I bookmark you yet? Where are you? A little low sec connection here. OGE. Nice. All right, where's these other wormholes? So we have to warp to, here we go.
Warp drive active.
A Pilgrim of Bob. That's right, Enmo. That's right. We are a Pilgrim of Bob. We have to continue to search for and find some good C3s to anchor our Anoikis Freeport project as well. I've got one C3 that I've got seeded, which I need to go take a look at again and see if it'll meet our criteria. This one's actually pretty good too. We might consider this one. That'll be a full event, I think, when we finally anchor our first structure. I'm excited to do it though. Hopefully soon. I've been making sure that I have enough time and resources available to dedicate to the anchoring of the structure and getting it set up, but I also want to dedicate the structure to somebody who decides to make a donation to our charity that we're going to be doing in July. I think that'll be a good charity goal, or a reward for donating to the charity will be have one of our Freeport structures named after you. I don't know how many we're going to have. As many as we need, I guess. Well, as many as we can, I suppose. As many as we can afford and also continue to fuel. That'll be the tricky part. Probably fuel them for like a year if we can, or however the max time is you can fuel them. Look at this guy. Ooh. deadly unknown parts of space. A little C5 action. Yes. Haven't seen one of these in a long time. Okay. I think it's technically against Eve terms of service, but it shouldn't be. What's that? What exactly is? So let's get some eyes on some wormholes. Look at my overlays got all messed up. We had to fix all of our displays the other day because I realized I had my displays just horribly configured and it was causing these CPU problems. But now they're better. Now they are much, much better. Let's jump over here. Check out this high sec location. And then do we want to risk a reconfig for our Astero in the wormhole? Maybe. Taking donations for in-game rewards is technically against terms of service. Oh. I'll have to look into that MO. I'll have to read the fine print for that. I think it's okay. I believe it's okay. Because it's a charity donation. It might not be. We'll look. We'll look. If it's not okay, then we won't be able to do that. We'll have adjacent rewards, I guess. But like naming a structure after somebody, I think will be good. Yeah, thank you, Envo, for that. I think like giving things to individuals for making a donation is probably against the TOS, which we're not planning on doing. We're planning on having goals where it meets a giveaway criteria, but it is still randomized. Does that kind of make sense? I think that that's okay. I think that that is still okay. We'll QC. We'll make sure CCP doesn't let us do anything stupid. What kind of statics do we want in the C3 for the first structure? Looking for high sec statics. That's fine. High sec or low sec statics. Probably not null sec because those tend to get refed pretty quickly from null secers. But a high sec or a low sec static I think would be just fine. Especially since I want to encourage new players to get into wormhole space. And so high sec and low sec kind of invites people in who are unfamiliar with low sec or with wormhole space. I think a little bit easier. What was I doing? I just warped somebody to something. Yes, you there. You check this out. We're going to monitor this high sec hole here while we reconfigure our friend here. Let's go ahead and self-fleet up with ourselves and adjust all my overlays that got messed up. Love that. Nice. We nailed it. We changed our font size. We're going to have to change all these in the future. I love that every time you change the resolution on your monitor, Eve freaks out and moves all of your UI. It's great. Love that. Let's see. Da-da-da. The Boojum Corporation. There we go. Everybody involved. Love that. Was going to see through the low sec static when the wormhole was empty. And you only have the low sec static. There is nothing to do. Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite things to do is to jump back into K-space, especially in low sec and null sec, and just go do PvP really quick there, and then just jump right back into the wormhole, disappear again, which is great. I love doing that. Really fun content. And you kind of surprise people too, especially in null sec. People get super surprised when somebody suddenly shows up and you've gone past all of their gate intel. Got some good Ishtar kills that way. Let's see. So you need to go to our friend, Boojum.
Overdrive active.
And then for you, let's go to this Is this C2 still active? I think the C2 may have collapsed.
Acting.
I think the nullsec's probably gone as well. Let's see. Where are some of those bookmarks that are dead now? ISEC, C4, gas site. That's a safe. That's a C5. That low sec one's gone. We can get rid of that guy. Gas perch, C4, low sec. Where's the C2 site? Got a bookmark for a C2 somewhere. Oh, there it is. Remove that location as well. Okay. Doing an Astra House might be good because they're cheap and easy to keep up. Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Probably an Astra House to start off with. I think settling in a C2 is better. C3s are content holes. You always have traffic, but C2s have 2 statics, 1 for a high sec, low sec. Yeah, C2s are the other one I was thinking about, Envo. The thing about C2s is that because of that exact reason, I think C2s are much more contested. Really, I'm looking to make, like, way stations for nomads, right? The free ports are designed to be little places to, like, hang out in while you are nomading through JSpace to encourage people to kind of embrace the nomad lifestyle and give it a try. So I find that C3s are much more empty and less contested and less desired for, like, having actual, like, people live in a C3. But I want to have a station that people can stop in a C3 as they're on their way. By the way, Dude Man Days, welcome, welcome. Doing an Astra House might be good. Yep. Let's see, where are we? Boojum, what are you doing here? You're not moving. Uncloak. Fly back towards our friend here. And then let's see. Do I have my mobile depot? Yes, we do have the mobile depot ready. We need to refit our Tengu as well. Probably do that when we go back to K-Space. I want to get it fit back into a... back into our overprop fit. All right, let's throw you out there. And then, do I have my refit on hand? No, I don't. So we need to open our fleet hangar. And it looks like I need to move that stuff into there. It's been a little while since I've done a cheeky refit in space here. Astero refit. All right, let's go with these guys. Do I want to take the Zoigma? I think I might leave the Zoigma behind, unless I can't make it fit without it. All right, is that mobile depot done anchoring yet? Not yet. Almost, almost. Eve Online Biggie, what is going on? Welcome. How's it going? Welcome. First time too. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. A free port in the C3 for the content. For the content. All right, let's use the fitting service. Now then, let's see. Let's take off the warp scrambler and this guy and this guy and this guy, and we'll put on. I don't think I need the data analyzer necessarily. But we'll take these two guys. Yeah, we'll just use the relic analyzer. That's what we really care about right now. And then let's take off this guy, put on this guy, take off this guy, put on this guy. And I should have one more doodad to put on there. Did I leave the armor repair unit on there, maybe? You're a signal amplifier. That's not what I want. I just took that off. We go with the armor repair or the multi-spec coating. What should we put on there? Drone damage? I guess we could put the Zoigma on here. What do you guys think? Should we go with the Zoigma or should we just go with the relic only? And then I want the multi-spec or the small repair. Let's see. What did I have for my corporation fits? Da, 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 da. Probably the armor repair, huh? I think I might change out these two as well, the acquisition or the scan pinpointing array. I think those might be a little bit different that I want to swap out. Yeah, we had the armor rig. We'll throw that guy on there just in case. That'll be good. We could do the drone amplifier instead of 2 nanofibers. Not really planning on fighting at all. I don't know. I don't normally do data stuff. Maybe I'll just take this data analyzer with me and I can swap out on the fly if I really want to. Expired thing. We'll use that. Oh. Can I just destroy this? I'll just jet can it when I get back into K space. I need to get some good implants too. I need to get some really good ones, like some data and analyzing ones, stuff like that. So let's do this. Let's take the... Let's take the Zoigma. Why not? Right? Why not? Because it's insanely expensive, that's why. But that'll be fun anyway. We have it, so let's use it. We got that from killing a Stratios one time. It was super great. Oh, but doesn't it give us a... Isn't it not as good, though? 175 bonus. Maybe the other one's better. Virus strength 40, virus coherence 130. 60. Virus strength is 130, so the coherence is not as... Prospector, I think it is good. Is good for exploring. Yes, that's true. Let's use a Zoig. Does both that. It does do both. I don't think it does them both as well, though. Like, our virus strength is only 40. Coherence is quite nice. This has got 60 coherence. Oh, actually... Oh, they just reorganized. It's weird. Why would they make... We're going to go with the Zoigma. I think the Zoigma is just objectively better. Alright, let's put all of you guys back into the little refit spot. Up. There we go. Alright, you're good to go. Okay. Done with our refit. So let's scoop you to the cargo hold. Perfect. Love that. And then we'll go jump around a little bit. Forgotten. There's an unsecured frontier database there. Is that like a... Is that a thing? Cloak you up. Cloak you up. And then let's adjust all of our modules since they always get all messed up. You go there. You go there. You go there. You go there. That looks quite wonderful. Oh, yeah. Of course, there would be rats here. Why would there not be? Okay. Well, with that, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break, everybody. I can go get some more water, maybe some more medicine. Try and make me feel a little bit better as well. And when we get back, we're going to do another giveaway. And then I think we're going to go over some patch notes and maybe do a little bit of exploration here. Maybe check out and see where this low or this high set connection goes. Probably kind of nearby Jita. I think I might take our Tengu over there. And probably end up taking the Astero out there as well. We'll take those two guys out of J space for a little while, and we'll do some K space stuff for like a month. And don't forget, remind me to make our Boojum birthday bash announcement again in the future. So before we take our break, let's set ourselves up for a little giveaway, shall we? Yes, yes. All right. So, for our break, for our giveaway, hashtag 07. Not 07. Hashtag 07 in the chat. And we'll see you guys in a few minutes. I've been wanting to play Eve online for a very long time, ever since it came out, really. But I've always been afraid that if I were to jump into Eve, I may never get out again. We're just going to try it. We're going to dip our toe in to Eve and New Eden. We're not going to go... Hopefully we're not going to go crazy. We're going to try not to go crazy. So tonight's stream will be just a few hours, I think. Is this the gate itself? No, this is literally just a research complex. Oh. Oh, this game is awesome. We did it. We made it. We made it, guys.
Good shit, boys.
I got that kill. Oh, dude, it's close.
Wow.
Nice.
Load of missiles,
Ooh.
a couple sirens.
Hope you guys got that one on kill.
Drone. It looks like maybe we switched to Hornets. Drones are out. Drones are back out. We thought he was defang, but no. There are 2 Hornets on the field now. This could be it. Oh! No way! Congratulations, Capsuleers. Congratulations. That was amazing.
Get that Oracle locked up.
It's time. It's time for us to stop accepting mediocrity. We're going to be finding a new home. Undocking from Jita, leaving it behind forever. Hold! 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 Come on! That was fun. That was really fun. We made it, everybody. We made it. Oh my god. Out of nowhere, Lerm, with no warning with the attack. How dare you, sir? How dare you? I wish there was a way I could drag all of these up to the very top at the same time. That'd be super tight, wouldn't it? Amazing. Amazing. It's 2024, everybody. We did it. 2024. Yes. It today just keeps getting better. Anyway, that's how it goes in J-Space when you're hunting. That's how it goes. The hunter and the hunted. And right when you think you're the hunter, suddenly you're the hunted again. Yes! Let's go! We fucking did it! We fucking did it! Yes! You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Legends. Absolute legends. $2,563.27 we raised tonight. That's so amazing. In one night. Oh, sends everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Remember, fly dangerous out there. All right. We're back, everybody. We're back. Luca, welcome. First time here. 07 to you. Hashtag 07 in the chat. Hashtag 07 in the chat. Apologies, everybody. Apparently, I messed up. This ad break because it didn't take the normal one that it's supposed to. And now Twitch is telling me that there's another ad in 15 minutes, which is very, very frustrating. So we're going to have to power through the stupid ads of Twitch and get them fixed in the future, hopefully, here in a second. So hashtag 07 in the chat for this next giveaway. Hashtag 07 in the chat. And we'll be good to go.
Autopilot engaged.
And we're back at Jita with our Tengu. That was easy. Nailed it. First timer, love the presentation at FanFest. Dude, Luca, yes, hell yes, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. That was so much fun, so much fun. First time catching us live, nice, nice. That's awesome. Yes, that's amazing. As you can see, we're still hanging out here in J-Space, kind of like what we alluded to at FanFest. Enjoying a good time. I think we're going to be going through all of the Legion patch notes here in a second. And we'll see what all Legion has to offer. But before that, we need to do our giveaway, right? Got to do our giveaway. Okay, so I think we're all ready. You guys ready? We got everybody 07'd up in the chats. 9 entries. Perfect. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's roll it. Jabolko with the win. Nice, nice. Tried the new exploration sites in Null yesterday. Ooh, I kind of want to give that. I kind of want to try out the new Explo sites. I think we're gonna do a little bit of exploration today. Probably in J space. We might go to K space to try some exploration. I don't know how the exploration sites in nullsec work, to be quite honest. I really don't. Jabolko with the win. Let's get you a cool skin. We've got some, now that we're here in station, this is crazy. It's been, man, how long has it been since I've been back in Jita? A very long time. Months and months, I think. Feels weird. I don't like it. Apraxis Media Miasma skin. I think your in-game name is the same as... No, it's not. What is your in-game... Oh, yeah, isn't it Jabolko? Is it the same one? Yes, it is. Nailed it. Ha 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 ha. All right, send that your way. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now we get to listen to the wonderful sounds of Jita. The horrible sounds. Let's look at local. Oh no, I don't even. Yeah, let's look at local. How insane is it? It's awful. It's terrifying. No, thank you. Hard to find them if you don't have an alliance info. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. That's kind of what I had figured. Let's see. Let's make sure everybody's cloaked up the way they're supposed to be. And then for you, let's go to this gas site. This little gas perch here.
Drive active.
Actually, I may go. Maybe we'll just go explore a little chain here with our Astero, huh? See if we can't find some fun stuff. Got C4s and C5s available for us. But not a lot. I was hoping for like some C2s or C3s. That could be kind of cool. Fullerite C84. I think our cargo hold is full. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Maybe we should jump over to... Let's go empty our cargo hold really quick since we got the fleet made up.
Drive active.
We'll go jump over to wee Boojum here and we'll drop off our gas really quick. We'll see how much space do we have available? Boop our porpoise. All right, let's take all this and throw it in our mining hold. Yeah, we got a decent amount. 2 billion-isk worth in gas there, hanging out there, ready to go back to K space at some point. And let's go check out this C5. How about that? That sounds like fun. We'll go explore the C5 a little bit.
Active.
Now that our holds are empty. Cloak you up, cloak you up. Good to go on both accounts there. Okay. So, Legion. Legion. How is Legion? Let's take a look at the notes. The Legion patch notes. What do we have to offer here? We'll get an orbit going on this guy. We'll take a look at this wormhole, see if anything comes of it. And then this guy, we'll just go check out this C4, I guess, really fast. Decide if we want to go through one of those. Should be fun. Maybe I'll actually open a mapping tool. Probably not. Not a huge fan of mapping. We unlocked new ships here? What? What ships are we learning? Okay. There we go. Now then. Let's take a look at Legion. Curious what you guys think about the patch notes. I have not really like fully explored them at all, to be quite honest. I did a cursory glance of them, and then obviously I was at the presentation in Reykjavik. So I got a little bit of an insight into what was going to be coming, but we'll take a look and see what all is here. So the freelance jobs, I've played with the freelance jobs a little bit. I think they're okay for now. There's some weird things though that I've noted with freelance jobs. For one, you can't assign people to collect gas, to like mine gas, which I thought was very curious. Maybe an oversight. At least you can't in J-Space. I haven't tried making a freelance job in K-Space yet for gas. But in J-Space, it seems you can only assign mining jobs to ore, not to gas, which is a big bummer. I really wanted to make one in a J number in J-Space for gas specifically, but I haven't seen that, which kind of sucks. The other thing I think that they need to do is be able to chain jobs. So to unlock a job, you have to do one job before that. I think that way I can make like a campaign, which would be really crazy, really cool. Yeah, there's definitely more coming. There's more available job types coming for sure. They, again, like their whole plan is to roll stuff out and then iterate on it as they go, which I kind of agree with. I think that's a good thing. Always be improving on your content. So hopefully there's going to be some improvements there. The ability to chain jobs together would be really good. I would also like a little bit more tool sets available for like story and narration, and to like really make it very specific, which would be pretty sweet. Overall, though, I think it's really awesome. People have been abusing the system like crazy. I'm sure that they have, Luca. I'm sure they have. I've seen most of the jobs that I looked at were Abazon related, it seemed. They were like jobs that are either right next to Abazon, where you have to go through Abazon pretty much, or it's like 50 jumps to get there. They're jobs in Abazon. It's amazing. Classic EVE Online. Immediately just trolling people and getting easy kills in Abazon. I love it. But overall, it's not too bad. I dig it. I'm going to be making... I'll probably have to just sit down with this for a while on my own and just kind of mess around with it and try to make some fun jobs for people. Should do some for the corporation too. But then again, there's only like 10 of us in my corp, so. Let's see. That's all fine. I feel like there's sort of like, I don't know. With like ship insurance, there's some like weird stuff you could do there. Exploity stuff, it seems like. I don't know. Only 10? That's right. I think so. How many people are in my corporation? Probably not even 10. I mean, 5 of them are me, right? There are... Yes, not very many. Not very many. I think I can just go to, like, corporation info, right? And it'll just tell me how many members are in there. There are 11 members, 5 of which are me. Yes. Thought it'd be number in the hundreds? No way, no way. No. We're not a very good CEO. We're not nearly active enough, I think. I'm glad there aren't more people in the corporation, to be quite honest. Everybody's, of course, welcome to join. I've had people come in and leave as they go. Hopefully when we can do this a bit more like full time, we can dedicate ourselves to like really making the corporation super awesome. But as it stands right now, it's really just a means for me to transfer assets between accounts. Let's see, corporation palette, we did that. We like it. I like the Corporation palette. We made our Boojum Corp palette, which is pretty sweet. Let's see. The Paragon Hub. I need to check this. It says that base sequence times and Skinner are temporarily set to 10 minutes. So we'll probably do some Skinner stuff. Maybe we'll do some Skinner stuff tomorrow. That could be fun. That way we can just get some, like, make a whole bunch of skins for our charity event in July. So we can give away a whole bunch of skins for the charity event. That'd be really cool. Let's see. Omega stuff is whatever. Sure. The new Eden map. Let's see. Filters can now be accessed through an Eden filter bar. Players can now add filters to their favorites and quickly access or switch between them. Filter bar can be customized by right-clicking it and selecting Manage Filter Categories. Okay. 2 new quick action buttons at the bottom to the right of the map. Players can use them to instantly refocus the camera on either their current location or their home station. Check that out. Oh, sure enough. Toggle abstract layout. What is the abstract layout? Oh, this is the full 3D one. And this is like all flattened out, I guess. Okay, interesting. That's cool. Let's see. Personal. One thing I've noticed about the map that is not intuitive is if you click on your filter you have displayed here in the middle. You guys may not be able to see that. Now you definitely can't see it. But if you click on the filter bar right here, it doesn't open. You have to click on this button to get this to open, which is annoying. Not a fan of that. I want to click on this thing to change the filters within the category, right? That seems intuitive. I think that makes sense. Statistics. Ships destroyed in the last 24 hours. Only 636 ships destroyed in Jeddah in the last 24 hours. People are slacking, I guess. But yeah, I feel like I should be able to click on that. Overall, I think this is a good thing. Let's see. Add waypoint, set destination. Sure. That's cool. Interesting. Is there anything else to click on in here that's of note? Abstract. Aha. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like this version of the map where it's like all, you know, 3D. I suppose it doesn't truly matter though. We could just make it 2D to see things a little bit easier from this perspective. But that's my biggest feedback right now is I like it overall. I do also like that you can look for all of your personal assets, which is pretty sweet. So you can see I've got some random stuff out here. Like, what do I have in the School of Applied Knowledge? I've got 11 things there. I have no idea what that is. Or something in an internal assembly, like security assembly plant. Don't know what that is. Like weird random stuff that I've forgotten. Got stuff over at Amar. That's interesting. Probably from when we did our PV. Like, what's this? Oh, I've got stuff in 1DQ. That's amazing. Yeah, no problem, Ninja. No problem. We can completely control the audio of our music and everything. Absolutely. I like to sit 10 dB above the music to kind of just ride on top of it, but I also use audio gates that like duck my music audio in the background whenever I'm speaking, so hopefully it's not too bad, but audio is always a tricky one. Audio is always super tricky. Anyway, that's the map. Interesting stuff. I think overall good, an improvement. Let's get to stuff that's a bit better. Layout panel. Group by map by system, constellation, or region. Highlight connection lines between systems at different levels. Okay. Oh, jump bridge links. That's cool. Having the select location there is always good. Yes, I like that. Map interface is more responsive. Okay. That's good. Pointer window now allows players to browse available folders and share them in chat with other capsuleers. Oh, that's good. Sovereignty and Equinox. So, this is something that I don't have a lot of sort of investment in. Because I don't really do anything in nullsec, and I'm not in like a nullsec corp or anything like that. So, this is all really cool and interesting to me, though. Like the combination of data and relic sites, so the exploration upgrades. I don't know how to do these things. It's very interesting. Maybe I'll go in the null with the Astero and go explore a little bit and see what's going on. The exploration upgrades have a guaranteed chance to spawn several exploration sites between 0 and 5 gems from the solar system where the upgrade is installed. So you have to have a corp that has this upgrade. Okay. Resource generation upgrades. Yeah, these are all things that don't affect Boojum and nomading through J-Space. Things that would affect Boojum and nomading through J-Space would be if they had, like, an overhaul of bookmarks and how to make bookmarks. I would love that. These stability generators are crazy. I'm excited to see how that plays out for everybody in their wars. Skyhook cost of conquest. Oh, yeah. So if you destroy a Sov hub, but then you can capture their skyhooks, so that's cool. Don't have to rebuild them. That's probably a good thing, I think. All right, the Barbaroga. This, I think, is going to really affect J-Space a lot, actually. I'm expecting to see a lot of these Marauders in J-Space just annihilating C5s. And probably in C6s, too. And repping structures in J-Space. This is going to be like the rep monster, I think. I've heard a couple of these have already been built and out on the field and destroyed, which is pretty cool. Should we try to train into one of these? Like, if we're going to fly a Marauder, should we try to train into one? One thing you noticed today, there are more relic and data sites spawning in J-Space. Oh, really? I kind of have noticed that a little bit. I kind of have noticed that. Yeah, it does seem like there are more data and relic sites, but they're not anything. They're the normal sites, though. They're not anything different than what I'd seen previously. I haven't seen any new sites, really. We're going to go do some exploration today a little bit, I think. 10 Barbaroas will ref an Aster in 4.5 minutes. That's insane. I think if we're going to fly a Marauder, if we're going to pick a Marauder to fly, then we should probably start to train into the Barbaroga. Where are we? What are we training in right now? We're training into Galente Drone Specialization 5, and then we've got a bunch of just the Tier 5 stuff here. We have trained into, we've got up to Destroyer. We can fly the Kiki. The Barbaroga. Maybe we should train into this. Like, if we're going to fly a Marauder, do we want it to be the Barbaroga? Because the Marauder for Kaldari, which is what we mainly fly, is the Golem. Which is okay. Like, I can fly the Raven. We're kind of skilled into that a lot already, but the Barbaroga looks really cool. I think maybe we train into this guy. We need all this precursor stuff. 84 million. personal cruiser, precursor battleship is 2 million. It's not too bad. We'll inject these guys. I think that'll be worth doing. J-Space, I think the precursor ships are very good for J-Space. So yeah, let's start training into those a little bit. Let's see, Marauders. That takes an hour. Let's train Marauders up. Can we add the next level? We sure can. I think you have to have Marauders 5, though, right? How long does that take? Yeah, crazy tank, right? Right? Can full nuke fit them or armor up them, right? Dude, oh, it's going to take 42 days to get to Marauders 5? Hi, Lugga. That's going to be interesting. And then where are the precursor stuff? It's under Spaceship Command. Precursor, cruiser. What do we need for this guy? We need precursor, battle cruiser 3, battleship 5, and cruiser 3. Okay. So we need precursor cruiser. These would be fun to fly too. Anyways, I do like the trig ships. We started experimenting with them a little bit during the last event, which was pretty cool. And I really enjoyed flying it a lot. They were really, really fun. So let's get these guys trained up. That won't take very long. We'll put you guys like here. Yeah, sure. And then we'll add a 4 and a 5 there because why not? And then small disintegrator specialization. We probably need to train those disintegrator things up at some point too. Precursor battleship. We need that guy. Or battle cruiser. Where'd that simulated ship go again? Battle cruiser 3, battleship 5, cruiser 3. So battle cruiser, then battleship. Nailed it. Battle cruiser, then battleship. Hup. Yes, perfect. You go there. And then battleship. It's going to take us a long time to get there. One of the negatives about being so new, but that's okay. It'll give us time to learn how to fly these ships. There we go. Maybe we'll go battle cruiser 4 before we go to battleship. We'll keep 4 there for now. And then you can go here as well. And then you guys can go down here. Yeah, okay. Nice, so things are happening. How close are we? We're 11 days from drone specialization. Maybe we'll drop some points into those a little bit. All right. We're using Genius accelerators, so it's faster. Nah, we will be. We will be. Right now, we're not on this tune. We do have some... I think I've got some drugs that I could use, though. Where are my drugs at? Here we go. Got a bunch of these that we can use. Let's inject one of these guys. Consume. Not inject. Nailed it. Okay. Nice. Anyway, back to what we were doing. A whole month, 12 plus attributes for 180 flex. Yes, 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 yes. It's a must-have at all times for 80 plus S. Yes, true. So we have a jump clone here. I believe I've got a training jump clone. Do I? Maybe they died. They may have died. But I've got a jump clone available that we can throw in all of our stuff into. These are all just basics for some reason. Just give us a little bit. But these have got some expensive stuff in here. So yeah, we'll jump into our clone here. We'll buy all those implants, be good to go for the training. Now that we're out of J space, we can actually get some training done on this tune, which will be really great for us. So I'll have to remember to do that when we log off for today. That'll be good. That'll be really good. Let's see. So the Barbaroga. I think it's gonna be really fun to fly. The Sarathiel also looks insane. I love the way this ship looks. I mean, it looks spectacular. Like, how cool does that thing look? What do you guys think about this dreadnought? Whoa. Oh, MJD'd. I guess. Goodbye, Sarathiel. Yeah, I'm curious what you guys think about this thing. I think it looks spectacular. The likelihood of me being able to fly this within years is probably 0. It does look amazing, right, Spinny? Fighter tubes. It's got all sorts of stuff. How are our skills doing for angels? Probably really bad. I will say, though, that the Angel Cartel ships are all super cool looking. Like, the Macarial is really, really cool. I really like the Macarial. The battleship. Maybe I should train into a Macarial. Just because I think it looks so cool. And then there's the Dread, the Sarathiel. God, all these are alpha? That's crazy. I didn't realize these were all alpha. I can fly the Dramiel. Nailed it. What do these get? Galente and Minmatar. Okay. So those are like, that's why I haven't trained in them, because they're Galente and Minmatar, which is like not even close to what I normally fly. I mean, we mainly just fly Caldari for the most part. A little bit of Triglavian now. And we can fly the Cenotaph. That's the other thing. I need to buy and make a Cenotaph and go actually fly it. And a Tholos. I spent a lot of work getting these two guys up. We need to go do that at some point. Because these look like amazing, amazing J-Space ships. Which class J-Space can a full T2 Tengu deal with? I think that you could maybe handle some C4 content with a really decked out Tengu. But C3s is what I primarily use them for, C3 and below, and they roll through C3s very comfortably, and with relatively cheap fits as well. I actually made a C3 Tengu fit video on our YouTube channel, and I have like 4 different fits that I've been using in C3s, and it's very comfortable for a relatively cheap Tengu fit as well. If you want to super bling them out and are like really paying attention, I think you might be able to do a little bit of C4 stuff, especially since they changed the way C4s work a few patches ago, where enemies spawn a little bit closer to you. It may be I haven't tested it yet, so you may lose a Tengu if you try it. I haven't tested it yet. I think it'd be rough. I think you could do it. But C3s are great. I love C3s. And you make tons of ISK in C3s. It's awesome. Anyway, maybe we'll eventually think about dreadnoughts in the future. We're way out there. All right, so let's see. Balance changes. Pirate faction dreads. I don't really have an opinion on those because I don't really fly them. Remote repairs. This is good. They're giving a buff to Loggy. So bonuses improve to plus 50% on T3Cs with the offensive support processor subsystem. So the support processor subsystem gives you quite a good bonus now. Logi. Buffs here. I don't fly a lot of Logi. Something I need to do. I need to train in more a little bit. Thank you very much for that. Strat Cruiser offensive support subsystems. So the Tengu support processor subsystem plus 60 power grid. So the support processor. So all the support ones give a bunch more power. I was really hoping that these were going to be almighty. What's going on? Let's go. Let's go. I was really hoping that these power updates were going to go to like all of the processor subsystems, but only support, which is a bummer. I think I'm still going to go back to my overprop fit, though, on the Tengu. I like the overprop for PvP. Savior implant set, got a buff, which is good. Sweet graphs on a remote repair. Let's see, cruisers. Thorax. Power grid improvement. Max velocity upped a little bit. I don't fly the Thorax. The Rupture. I don't fly that. Exec Navy issue. I don't fly that either. Battle cruisers. Myrmidon. Buff. Mining barges. Factional warfare. Okay. Quality of life. Now possibly see how damage a laser crystal is in your inventory. Nailed it. 2025. Surgical strike. See, Titans and super carriers. So Titans got a big buff. I'm curious to see how this pans out. All of the stuff I learned about EVE Online before we started playing was that Titans were like this amazing thing on the battlefield and could like completely change the flow of battle. Like turn the tides, if you will, back in favor of whatever side brings their Titan. I've never experienced that or seen that in the year that we've been playing. Everybody tells me that Titans are just like, they're just taxi services. Well, a Titan school bus that brings your fleet to battle and then immediately leaves. So hopefully we see Titans more involved in combat because that sounds like, that's really cool. I think that's awesome. They updated a bunch of cruisers, which is cool. I don't fly any of them though, which is a bummer. Ship audio effects. Okay, nice. I thought there was something about resistances. Did I miss it? I thought they just buffed all resistance modules. Is that buff not dropped? So what happens in a Titan is running an opposing phenom generator to what the iHub would be running. I have no idea what that even means. They roll back the surgical strike nerf. 11% gain. Okay. Where is that? In the patch notes. Why don't I see... Oh, here it is. Surgical strike. Nailed it. Thank you, Warlock. Increase the resistance of energized membranes, armor coatings, armor hardeners, shield hardeners, and shield amplifiers by 11%. This is a full rollback of the surgical strike resistance nerfs. Okay, so they unnerfed themselves. So I don't know when this happened. When did the surgical strike thing happen? Does anybody remember? Was it within the last year? Because if it was within the last year, And that means all of my fits are built for that. Titans have a module that can give effects to shield, armor, etc. But now iHubs can do the same too. Oh, yeah. Beginning of scarcity like 2 years ago. Okay, cool. So that means then... So that means that all of my ships just got a buff. To me, it's a buff. It's an anti-nerf to you guys, I guess. But to me, that's a buff. So my EHP should have just bounced up a good amount. Sitting at 19,000 now. I honestly can't remember what it was. But we should have just got an 11% boost having this shield hardener on here. That's nice. I dig that. Hell yes. Love that. Get a sweet buff? Okay. Okay. So that may be that we can run through some C3 sites that much easier then. Sweet. Okay. Hell yes. That sounds awesome. 11% to the module, not overall. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just 11% to the shield hardener module, right? So this guy gives us an 11% increase. Up to 65% when we overheat this thing. And we love to overheat the shield hardener. Love to overheat this guy. So 65, 80, 77, 75. I mean, that's not too bad. I dig that. I dig that quite a lot. Okay. Hell yes. We're gonna have to figure out a good ship to go and do some sort of like DED sites, things like that. Like, I really like doing the Tengu and DED sites. I have to remember what my like fit was for it. I had a fit for Tengu DED stuff. We're gonna have to do that. I think we're gonna do some more of that, this weird case-based content like that in the future. Probably just get into a different Tengu and refit it, and leave all my kill marks on this guy. We're up to, how many do we have here? Looks like we got 5 kills so far on this Tengu. We had one that had like over 10 kills. It was awesome. They died. It probably is the one you gave me, Elios. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah. Okay, well, tell you guys what. I think that's kind of overall a big picture review of the patch notes. Not a lot that really affects us right now. It's mainly just the shield hardener stuff. Oh, there's a heron here. Hello. Mainly just the shield hardener stuff, and that's kind of it, right? Shield hardener. Oh, obviously the freelance stuff, the Skinner stuff, but like all the null sec, big corpo stuff, that doesn't really affect us right now. And we're gonna train into a vagabond, whatever it's called, the Babaroga. We'll try training into the Babaroga. That'll be pretty cool. Maybe that'll be the first Marauder that we fly, which would be pretty sweet. I would love it if they would update the T3Cs to be able to have some Skinner skins. That would be tight. I would dig that quite a lot. Someday we'll be able to put T3Cs or Skinner our T3C, and we'll be able to make a full Boojum skin for our Tengu. And that'll be amazing. That'll be amazing. Okay, so tell you guys what. We're gonna do another giveaway. So for this giveaway, hashtag Explo in the chat. Hashtag Explo. Gustav is here. What is going on? Huge shout out to Gustav. Thank you for the subscription. 9 months. Yes, let's go. Let's go, Gustav. Hell yeah. We're going to take a short break here. We're going to get our pre-rolls out of here, get them gone, make this right. And then we're going to do a giveaway here, and then we're going to go and do a little bit of chill exploration for a little while. I think that'll be fun. So hashtag Expo in the chat, and we'll be back soon. Okay, we're back. We're back. Hashtag Expo in the chat, everybody. My ability today to manage my ads is terrible. I apologize. This is completely unprofessional. Normally, if you guys are unfamiliar with the channel, by the way, sorry my brain is broke. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. And Tin Man down too. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. That was a while ago. If I didn't give you a shout out, thank you very much for being here. Yeah, normally what I do is when we go take a break to go to the restroom and get something to drink, some delicious tea, for example. We run some ads so that you guys can also take a break and you don't have to watch the ads. You can go do whatever, get a drink, hang out, and then there are no ads for an hour. But Twitch is giving me the runaround. And the last time I clicked on run our 3-minute ad break during our last break, it didn't do it. And they just ran 1 minute. So now I've got ads every 15 minutes that I have to mitigate. So we'll just snooze them as much as we possibly can, push them back, get them out of there. And then eventually I'll get this thing reset for you guys. So you don't have to deal with this because it's terrible. Or subscribe, I guess, so you don't have to see ads at all. Or Twitch Turbo, if you guys got that. Huge shout out to you guys. It helps a huge amount. Especially since everything that we get goes pretty much right back to charity. Okay, so before we do this giveaway, hashtag Explo in the chat. We're going to go do some exploration today a little bit. Before we do that, though, we have an announcement, which some of you have already seen. But I want to make sure everybody is tracking. So on the 4th of July, July 4th, until the 6th of July, we're going to basically do 2 full days. We are going to be celebrating playing EVE Online for 1 year. And the way we're going to celebrate playing EVE Online for a year, it's actually been over a year and a few months in July, but we haven't had a good time or opportunity or availability to actually do a celebration. So it's the belated Boojum birthday bash. We're going to be celebrating by doing a 24+ hour charity subathon. So the way this is going to work is for every sub that we get, either gifted or that you sub yourselves personally, I'm going to donate $10 to Guide Dogs for the Blind. We've got a $10,000 goal to raise money for Guide Dogs for the Blind. Myself and a few other streamers are going to be participating as well. We're going to make a team. We're going to set the team goal at $10,000. We're going to have a bunch of goals for the charity. So if you get to 10K, for example, we'll shave my mustache. Still coming up with all the different goals that we're going to have there. But we're going to have Plex and ISK giveaways, ships and skins. So it should be pretty sweet. If you guys want to donate stuff for the events or for giveaways, things like that, you absolutely can. We've already got 10 billion ISK donated and 2 ships, which is pretty amazing. So we're going to be gathering as much stuff as we can for giveaways for the event. Like I said, each sub, I'll donate $10 to Guide Dogs for the Blind. And then every $1,000, we're going to add an hour to the stream. Every $1,000 that are donated to Guide Dogs for the Blind, or that we raise for Guide Dogs for the Blind, we're going to add an hour to the stream. So we could go like 35 hours, which would be pretty insane. 24 hours is a long time. 35 would be a lot. And then to have to shave my mustache at the end of it would be absolutely insane. Anyway, that's going to be on the 4th of July at 4 p.m. Eve time, or 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, noon Eastern time. Will we shave online? Yes, Silver, probably. We'll probably do an online mustache shave for everybody to witness as they go. Some of the other stuff I'm thinking that we do is like being able to name some of our Anoikis free ports in J-Space that we're going to be anchoring here in the future. We may be able to do some outfit changes for reaching some of our goals. I've got a whole bunch of masks and glasses and costumes and things like that. Last time we did a 24-hour stream, we spent some time as a Triglavian, which was maybe not the best choice I've ever made, but it was fun. So yeah, spread the word. Spread the word. You can see on our Discord channel this flyer here if you want to share it with all of your corporation members, anybody you can, to get them to come join in for the event. So we're going the entire weekend. Should be really fun. I'm really excited about it. Yes, the freelance jobs are amazing, Elios. We were just looking at them, actually. I really want to make a freelance job campaign. I think they need to make some improvements to the freelance job interface, make it a little bit more sandboxing, be able to do some more. Like, I would love it if they would chain together, like you do one mission and that unlocks the next one, unlocks the next one, unlocks the next one. Because I want to make like almost like a Dungeons and Dragons-esque, like DM, a Dungeon Master campaign for new players, and lure them into J-Space, which would be really fun. But yeah, if you guys want to join on our Discord channel, there it is. You can jump in there. It's where we have all of our announcements. You can get these flyers. You can watch. We post a lot of our YouTube videos on there as well. We're going to be streaming this on Twitch and on YouTube, which we have our YouTube channel there. By the way, if you guys have seen the J-Space tutorial videos or the J-Space survival guide videos on YouTube, let me know what you guys think. They're kind of long-winded. It was basically an edited version of the 16 hours that we did our live J-Space survival guide, our wormhole survival guide back in December. It took me a very long time to edit that all down. Apologies it took so long, but it's done. They're posted with mistakes and all, to include losing our Tengu. The last Tengu that we lost was in that video while teaching a tutorial. Classic. All right, so let's do this giveaway, huh? Let's roll this giveaway. Last call. Hashtag Explo in the chat. Yeah, how to lose your Tengu. Great vid, right? That was fun. That was so much fun. Always take the bait. Okay, we're rolling this giveaway. We're going to roll this giveaway, and then I'm going to fix our ads for you guys. So, apologies for everybody's hanging out, but we'll do this giveaway. We're going to roll this thing twice, since I am a terrible, terrible streamer. And I'm forcing you guys to sit through even more ads so you can sit through less ads later. Oh, Jaywalks with the win. Let's go. Very nice. Very nice. Let's throw a Praxis Media Miasma skin your way. Old Jack Oslo. Hell yes. And then let's do it again. As my penance. Here we go. Let's roll it one more time. No way. Spinny. Spinny with the win. Nice. Nice. Yes. Wait. Is this the first time you've ever won, Spinny? Or are you just giving me a different IGN? No way. That can't be right. Different IGN. Okay. I was gonna say, that'd be insane. You've been here like forever. Been following over a year ago. Since the very beginning. Certainly you've won. Thank God. All right. So bear with me, everybody. We're going to make this problem go away really fast. And for those of you who get to hang out because you're subbed or have Twitch Turbo, then we're going to talk about the secrets of life. And unveiling the mysteries of wormhole space. Yeah, I agree, Spinny. I think it makes it a lot easier as well. That's why all my characters are named variations of Boojums. You have many Boojums within the hive mind collective that is the Boojum, right? The Boojum, a Boojum, and Boojum, we Boojum, and even our Boojum. So many Boojums. Okay, well, while we wait for those to get done, we're going to go and explore around a little bit. Hashtag the secrets of Bob. Yes, yes. Thank you, Spinny. Thank you. It's okay. We did do some more work on our overlays and all that kind of stuff, I'm sure. We like to keep things as minimal as possible. We do have, if you guys can see up here in the top corner, we've got our Galnet broadcast streamcast unit thing that's still going on up there, which is kind of cool. Do I have a code for that? I think I do. Oh yeah, I think it's exclamation mark we hype. Yes, indeed. Tiagi, right on, right on. We'll see you back here in a little bit. Yes, this guy. We've got our EVE Online we hype Galnet skins that we're earning up to. I really want to get to tier 3 because that is for a Galnet porpoise, which is pretty sweet. Got 54 people participating in that right now, which is awesome. Unless it ended, in which case, I don't know if we can unlock this. Maybe we can. I don't know. We're going to keep pretending like it's working. It may not be working, though. We'll see if WeHype hooks us up. We'll find out. Once we raise enough to get that, I guess. Otherwise, I'll just remove that overlay. Because it's not necessary. And now, what were we doing? We were going to do some exploration. Exploration. That's right. Has anybody here, a real quick aside, now that I've just said exploration. Has anybody here been playing Claire Obscure? And if so, why do you love the game so much? Because I absolutely love it. It is an absolute masterpiece and a work of art. I'm probably going to be making, if you guys haven't seen on our YouTube channel, we've got a full Let's Play of Claire Obscure. You guys should go check it out. It is one of the best happy, sad games I've ever played. It is, like, unbelievably emotional. So good. Oh, it's so good. Full Let's Play on our YouTube channel. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I'm probably going to do some more videos on it. You can only be hooked on one game at a time, dude. Well, you should go watch my playthrough then, if you're not ever planning on playing it. And let me know what you think.
Drive active.
Because I think it's definitely going to be Game of the Year. I think it's going to be Game of the Year. And I'm going to be probably playing it more than once. It's so, so good. Oh, I'm going to make a whole video on it later. I'll probably live stream it next week, I think. Or maybe during the week. Live stream some New Game Plus stuff. Got an Abizel here. Interesting. All right, let's go explore through J-Space a little bit, huh? Okay, let's go over here.
Drive active.
Oops, I didn't drop my probes at the right spot. They didn't drop at all. How dare my probes not go out? An integrated terminus. God, C4s are weird. C4s are weird. There we go. Now my probes are out. What are they doing over there? What's going on in this site? It's weird. Cloak up, and we'll just go and do some fancy exploration. We're playing the game, guys. Rare is it that we actually play the game, right? Normally we just spin stuff in stations. Well, we just spin our fitting window in J-Space. Let's go explore around a little bit in here. What do we got going on in this system? A Tatara, unicorn. It's kind of an empty C4. One of these is the wormhole that I just was at because I didn't scan it down as I left it. Let's see if it's that guy. It's not that guy. It's this guy right here. Scan you down immediately. Am I gonna be playing Dune, Elios? Probably not right now. Dune is one of my absolute favorite science fiction universes and book series. The movies are amazing. My initial look at the Dune game, though, doesn't really give me a good vibe. It feels a bit like too AAA, and I really am getting tired of the big AAA game monetization schemes and all that kind of stuff. And it also looks like it's a little bit janky, it's not really ready for playing. Looks like there's a lot of bugs, a lot of performance issues with it right now, more than I'm kind of happy with. So we'll see. I may jump in and give it a try. Because I'm like you, Elios. I'm a huge Dune nerd as well. I absolutely love Dune. The Mentats are an example that I try to actually like lead my life by, like acting like, thinking like a Mentat. I think it's spectacular. Deep Desert's gonna be a lot like Null, but with a weekly reset. Interesting, interesting. I'll have to check in again. I haven't checked in a little while. Maybe I'll look at some of Loru's Let's Plays or playthroughs that he's been doing. Wasn't bad when you played the beta. Okay. We'll see. That's one that I'll probably play, I think, later when I feel like it's a bit more, like, fleshed out. Let's check out this wormhole, then.
Warp drive active.
We'll see if we can find some interesting data sites. Okay. The map is random each week. Cruel Storm wipes the deep desert. That's kind of cool. I kind of dig that. There's only this little C3. Okay. And then this other one was HJJ. And then there's this wormhole. Just 3 wormholes in this C4. Pretty empty. Dude, yeah, can you imagine if Nullsec got wiped every week with all the player stations? That would be interesting. 1 week seems like a very short amount of time for wipes. I don't know if there's a lot of incentive there to establish yourself. But I don't really know a lot about the game yet, so maybe it is. Maybe that's the right timing. C4. Let's go check out that C3, huh? That one looked like it was a pretty good one.
Warp drive active.
Relatively stable, it looked like. It wasn't like fully EOL, although it's kind of getting there. We'll see if it is EOL as we jump through. I don't think it is. So the smaller maps before, the high-sec area stuff is... Ah, okay, interesting. Is it like high-sec, as in like you can't PvP, though? Is reaching the end of its natural life. Yeah, it is a little wibbly-wobbly. Maybe we go through this C4 instead.
Warp drive active.
Maps are limited to 40 people. Okay. When Frontiers close to finish, hope they do a bit of a giant knocking over the anthill approach to the game and keep things fresh. They would not get away with it in Eve. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Spinny. I agree. We'll see how Frontier goes. I'm very excited for Frontier. I've been playing that in the alpha, and I'm very much enjoying it. I don't get to play it as often as I would like, but I'm excited. I'm excited for Frontier. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. Deep Desert is 200 people. Oh man. They shake the most when they first go EOL. Yeah, that's true. Yes, Warlock. Oh yes. The EOL wibbly wobblies. Let's see. This was a C4 that we were in. Set up a safe, really for documentation that we've been there.
Warp drive active.
Get those all good to go. Make a screen capture app that can estimate how you will... Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool. Servers are split in shards of 40 people each, then are combined in the deep desert area. So it really is like a big sort of free-for-all in the deep desert, huh? LZK. Okay. Man, I really would love a bookmarks update. A pacifier. Wings of Liberty. Wings of Liberty. It's a good game. I need Hogar. What is that? What are you, ship? A carrier? There's a carrier in here? What? What's going on in here? $9 a.m. EDT on the 5th. Sure, a million people will be streaming. Oh, yeah. Maybe we will stream it as well. We'll check it out, probably.
Warp drive active.
What is this carrier doing here? I want to check out this carrier, guys. Maybe we can find them. They were over here somewhere. Maybe by this core garrison site? Well, they were here. Now they're gone. Did they run away? Are they afraid of my little Astero? No need to fear the Astero. What class wormhole are we in? We are in a C4. We're in a C4, as can be told by looking around. Ooh, and there's a pulsar effect here, too. Dude, this is a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
Warp drive active.
See any more stuff that we scanned? Yeah, here we go. Grab you. There was a pacifier and a carrier in here. Maybe they're rolling a connection. There's kind of an EOL C5 here. C5 UGS. You're getting toward be wibbly wobbly. Jedi, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's grab this guy over here. In a C4, they can't be rolling? Really? I mean, they could be rolling from another side, right? We hashtag wibbly wobbly, yes. I feel like they could be on the other side of the wormhole. Let's see, what do we got here? That goes somewhere weird. Is that a C4? This is a weird looking C4. I guess it's just because I'm in the C4. It makes it look weird. No wormhole into or out of a C4 that can take a cap. Well, then how'd they get it in here, though? Maybe they built it in here? And it's just stuck in this C4 now? Built in it. That's crazy. So it is the C4's wormhole. Maybe I'm not in a C4. I think I'm in a C4. Oh, we're in a C5 apparently. Never mind, we're in a C5. Thought it was a C4, but I guess it was a C5. I've been slacking on my wormhole identification, and maybe I did label it as a C5 and I just got confused when I jumped in. They're the top dog. That's right. That's right. That's right. Oops. It's a target if it was in a C4, because then it can't escape. Right. There's also this Fortizar here. Let's go. We'll check that out in a second. See if maybe anybody's docked up in the Fortizar.
Overdrive active.
Where's this guy? Why didn't you resolve? Like, surely you're within 8 AU of this, aren't you? You know, it's just off with my initial scan. I feel like that should have resolved. God, I forget how fast we warp around here. Oh, a C1 connecting to here? That's cool. C1. DHU. Where's this data site that's here? Unsecured Frontier Enclave. Why don't you resolve? What's going on here? Where are you? Oh, you must be over by... No. What? Oh, weird. Way out here. By this other moon, huh? It was like right in the middle between the two. By this planetary here. Mr. Softspoken, what is going on? Hey, shout out to Mr. Softspoken. Another wonderful streamer. Welcome, welcome. We are doing a little bit of exploration today. Thank you, Cosm. Cosm, can you also give a shout out to Tiagi as well? And actually, who else here streams? There's so many wonderful Eve streamers. I should probably set up some automatic shout out like bots for it. So apologies to anybody that I forget to give shout outs to. I try to shout out all the other content creators that I can, even if you're not a streamer. But I'm also like I have a terrible memory. So I apologize if I miss you. See, that this looks like more like a C4. And it's very EOL. Let's see, what do we got here?
Skill training completed.
Ooh, skill training complete. Nice. Love that.
Overdrive
Not a lot going on in here, actually. Marauders, level 1. Skill training complete. Yes. Anybody docked up here? Nobody here. Where did that carrier go? Marauders incoming. That's right. That's right. Oh, here's a data site. Is it a good one? It's a level 3. Unsecured Frontier Server Bank. Are those ones any good? We're gonna C5. It's an unsecured Frontier Server Bank. 272 million ISK in blue loot there. That's cool. And this other one is a Frontier Enclave Relay. 344 million ISK in blue loot there. Those look very scary, though. 4 battleships on wave 1. Good lord. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Let's go to this C1, I think. Oh, yeah, this is a C5. Oh, no, we're in the C5. That's right. Let's go check out this C1.
Overdrive active.
Are those sleepers there at spawn or show up later with mining sites? They are there at spawn, Mr. Softspoken. For those data sites, they are there at spawn. And then as you destroy them, there's multiple waves. For that one, I'll tell you how many waves there are exactly. There are 4 waves for those guys. Each with varying different triggers. And they get progressively more difficult. So this is our C5. Save that guy. Make our safe spot. This is kind of a interesting little C1. Very small.
Warp drive active.
Make ourselves a little safe point there. Scan down that dude. And rename it YKQ. Cool, cool. And there's an Occator here. Hello, Occator. Wonder what they're doing. God, I wish I had my Tengu here with us. Should have brought the Tengu along too. I didn't see them on D-Scan originally. They must be at one of these moons here. Or not. They're jumping around all scared. No doubt.
Warp drive active.
And it feels good to be. I haven't done exploration in such a long time. It feels good to be just doing a little bit of explo. Just kind of see what's out here in J space. Maybe we'll witness some cool stuff. Probably not in the C1. We should probably go try to find some of those higher class wormholes again, because you see some really cool fights in there sometimes. That goes pretty nearby Caldari, between Caldari and Minmatar space. Interesting. A little high sec hole here.
Warp drive active.
It's also nice to be able to scan things down so quickly with this Astero. A lot of the times I'm like scanning things down with my combat probes and my Tengu, and it just takes a lot longer. So it's nice to be going nice and fast. Ooh, a token. That's pretty sweet. We could bring the team over here. Grab this token reservoir. That'd be kind of nice. In a C2, is that where we're in? Or is it a C1? C1. Where does this guy lead? That leads to a C2. AFC. Part of the fun of J-Space really is just visiting all the different systems, because you never know what you're gonna get. Is that inside my scan bubble? I might mess up this one. Yeah, I probably could have gone down one. To avoid that. Interior crocodile alligator, huh? Ooh, on grid with us, too. Goodbye, interior crocodile alligator. Interesting. Member of the worldly princes and the imprudent people. Dial. It's a weird ticker. Huh. Or what they're up to. On the data site, though. What's this guy? Unsecured Perimeter Information Center. Did I bookmark this wormhole? No, it's a C4. ZTXTC. Oops, whatever. Gets a slash on it now. Purifier's here now, too. A Goon Swarm Purifier. And Karma Fleet. Maybe chasing that heron, it looks like?
Warp drive active.
Huh. Goons, right? Another C4. There's a lot of connections in this C1. ZCV. Well, nothing here that jumps out at us yet. No good relic sites. Or data sites. Plus, there's a lot of scary things jumping around in this wormhole anyway. Not the best place to gather relic sites. Ooh, a ruined Sancha science outpost. That one might be okay. Let's go check that out really quick.
Warp drive active.
No, I think that this wormhole is probably a little bit too active for us to really consider getting anything from this. Yeah, there are some stuff here. Let's go into this C4 here. Was it this one that had the... Where did all those guys go? Could go into the other C2. Let's go into this C4. Which was the one that we saw that activity in? Was it the one I put the slash on, or was it the one that those people were jumping in and out of? Or was it ZCV? I think it was ZCV, not XTC. Oh, now I can't remember. I should have marked it. Yeah, this is not the one. It's a different one. Okay. No, it is ZC... Yeah, ZCV. Okay. The one that had all the activity was this other one. The one that I put the slash on, I'm pretty sure. So we'll go through ZCV. And we'll see what's there.
Warp drive active.
And maybe we'll even find a data site. Okay. That was weird. Slow jump through. Not ideal. C1. All right. Make ourselves a safe spot here. A pretty big C1 actually. That's interesting.
Warp drive active.
Very big C1. Oh, did not center on me? Damn. No matter. We'll just go whoop. Put it right there. And we'll resolve this guy really fast. We'll scan out all this. Look at all this stuff in here. There's a lot going on in this wormhole. This is great. May have some good data sites in here. Juk. J-U-K. Okay, now we can take this back to the center point of the system. I wish there was a button that could send my probes to the star. That would be nice. So I always start my scans off with an 8AU scan at the star.
Warp drive active.
Let's see, we got a gas site here. Right, Spinny? I feel like that'd be great, wouldn't it? Should have made that suggestion when I was out at FanFest. I think I forgot to mention that. A metamorphosis. Interesting. Ooh, another gas site. Okay. Metamorphosis just appeared in system too. Now it's a race to see who can scan everything down. Metamorphosis. Not overly concerned. Could be bait. Could be bait, I guess. We're gonna see 4. We'll see. You have to keep our eyes open for them. They should be cloaky. I probably need a 2AU scan instead of 0.5. I doubt this will resolve. Let's see, what do we got here? C2. Oh, is this one of those weird drifter holes that you can go like fishing in or whatever? I've like never really figured these out. Is there anything good that comes out of these weird drifter holes? I don't think so, right? Deep flow rift. That's what it is, a deep flow rift. I forgot that those are like still out and about. You have to get like a tractor beam to go like pull stuff out, like you go like fishing. Deep flow rifts are okay-ish for new high-sec players. 1 mil canisters, okay, so not super great then. Space fishing, that's right, yeah. It's like ice fishing. I call going into low sec and hunting other players ice fishing. I think Chlorokin calls it reverse ice fishing. He calls it ice fishing when you go into a wormhole and hunt people in there from K-Space. That's always really fun to do. Another C2. Oh, he lost some resolution on one. No. That guy's brought their probes in already. Or they're, like, out here scanning. We resolved that. Well, we lost resolution, it looks like. See, did I just jump to a new wormhole? I did. Another C2. It's an insane number of C2s here. Alright, there's a data site. Unsecured digital, frontier digital nexus. So that's not a good one. Let's go ahead and we're going to jump over here and see if this guy's probes are still over here.
Warp drive active.
See what that metamorphosis is up to. They may have bounced out.
Warp drive active.
Get ourselves an 8AU scan on this guy. Resolve those two. Oh, they're gone. Interesting.
Warp drive active.
Huh. I wonder where that metamorphosis went. There's a canister over there. Probably a Sisters of Eve canister. That's a C4. BYG. We got this gas site here. Let's go back over this way. Get towards that guy in case this is a wormhole. I get the feeling that this is a wormhole. Oh, there's a metamorphosis. Back on D-scan. Prowling about there. 3 C2s and a C4 so far.
Warp drive active.
Decent number of little things in here, but no relic sites yet. Relic sites are really what we want in J-Space. Data sites are not super great to my knowledge. It seems like relic sites have always got much better loots.
Warp drive active.
All right, well, let's see what's going with this wormhole. And we've got a lot of options now. A bunch of C2s and C4s. I mean, even a C3 for us. That's nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you could get blueprints from the data sites. That's right. That's right. C3 TKX. Let's go to this C4.
Warp drive active.
I think I like it. Maybe we can go to find a C4, maybe another C5. If we could find a ghost site. That would be sweet. The ghost sites are really, really fun. I would love to find a ghost site. Okay. That was a C4 that we were in. Oops. Make sure I get my little carrot there so I know that that's where I came from.
Warp drive active.
Very small system here. There's a not towel rack, not azido, and cask strength things here. All of them are on grid here. Interesting. Okay. We'll rename this guy. You are GZY. Now let's scan down this little C4, which appears to be relatively empty.
Warp drive active.
So far. I haven't been on a good little Explo roam in J-Space like this in a long time. I mean, we travel very light while we're nomading through J-Space. All things considered, with our Porp and our Tengu and our Prospect and our, you know, Astero here. But even then, traveling as light as we do and being as fast and mobile as we are, it's rare that I will jump more than like a few systems at a time with the entire fleet. Normally, I'll just go like 1 or 2 and then hang out there for a day or two, then go 1 or 2 and hang out there for a day or two. Just kind of let the chain sort of just like reset and reflow so that I get new stuff all the time. Like if I'm in like a C3 and I'm kind of out of content in it, then I'll look like 1 or 2 over and see if there's anything good in there. If there isn't, then I'll just like wait a day and then go 1 or 2 over once I see some good stuff. So to go like, you know, way down a chain like this, we don't do that as often unless we're doing exploration like this, or I really want to look for a really good C3 and then move the entire fleet in a big move up, which can be fun and exciting. Caroline, what is going on? Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, welcome. Huge shout out to Caroline as well. Another wonderful, wonderful J-Spacer and Eve streamer as well. She's going to be helping us out with our July 4th charity event, which we're very excited for. Caroline, today we went over all of the Legion patch notes, and we're just kind of doing some exploration now with our little Astero here in J-Space. Seeing what there is to see out here, and what the gifts of Bob are today, which has been fun. Thank you, Kazim. Very few signatures here. One of us is a deep flow rift. Again, another fishing spot. Looks like this place has been cleaned out, maybe. Caroline, how have you been? C4. J-Space scanning when it goes well is a good day. Yes, it totally is. Unsecured Frontier Trinary Hub. Okay. Not ideal.
Warp drive active.
Well, we can go through another C4. What I need to do is get into a C5. I need to get on the C5 highway and then maybe find some C6s. That'd be tight. See if we can find a ghost site. There's all these C3s too. I love C3s. I keep wanting to... Makes me want to, like, bring my Tengu back in here and just hang out on these C3s.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, if we can find the C5 highway, that would be sweet. Caroline, if you're still here, you have to remind me. I want to say Ghost sites only appear in the higher class wormholes, I do believe. I think they appear in C5 and above, but it might be C4s as well. Pretty sure they don't appear in C3s and below, though. At least, to my memory, I don't think I've ever seen one in a C3 or below. I can certainly be wrong about that, though. C4... It's always nice when you can, like, scan down a system relatively quickly.
Warp drive active.
Safe spot. Ghosts can be found in every wormhole, but oh, okay, so they can be in everyone. Ah, nice. Any wormhole lower class, the less likely. So they're just less likely. That makes sense. They're the only data relic sites that can spawn in a high class that aren't unsecured and forgotten. Right. Sweet. Same as sleeper caches. Oh, yeah, the sleeper caches. Dude, I haven't done a sleeper cache. I think I've done, like, one sleeper cache ever. A black hole effect here. That's kind of cool. I should go find some more sleeper caches at some point. That'd be kind of cool. I haven't really done them much, but they're so interesting, though. RTC, nailed it. So we got some gas sites here. Okay. 2 gas sites. Another deep flow rift site. Why are there so many of those? I feel like the deep flow rift sites are taking all my data sites and relic sites. I mean, relic is what I really want. Scan these guys down. Frontier barracks. What was that unresolved? It's a weekend more people on in J-Space running. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's a good point. That metamorphosis, for example, that we saw. Yeah, there's probably a bunch of people running these sites here. Yeah, last night or the night before when we were on, that C3 that we were in had a whole bunch of sites, which was nice. But I didn't run them. I just set up perch points and was kind of waiting for other people to show up to kill them. In my PvP fittest arrow, I hadn't refit at the time. So now here we are, trying to run some data, or relic sites rather, and they're impossible to find. But maybe we'll get a C5. I think if we get a C5, that might be tight. I don't get to hang out in C4s and above very often since I'm usually ratting in the C3s. So it's nice being able to go do content in those other higher class wormholes with my Astero. I don't know why I'm scanning this down. I probably don't need to scan down the things I don't care about, like these stupid deep flow rifts. There's 3 of them in here. Why are they so common? They're taking all of our good spots, all of our stuff. No other wormholes so far, which is kind of bizarre. These 3 are probably all wormholes. Oh, it's another gas site? Could bring the prospect over here, I guess. What were those other 2 gas sites? Miner. Where'd the other one go? Here it is. Miner. Oh, these are terrible. Oh, there's a bountiful. That's not too bad. Bountifuls are okay. There's a wormhole. Sehr gut, sehr gut. All right, let's see, where do you go?
Warp drive active.
Ah, it's so, I feel so active. Scanning all these things as fast as possible. Making my sweet little bookmarks. Even though we're not really accomplishing much, it feels like. One last signature to scan. What do we got here? A C3. JTP. Doing Bob's work, opening up the chain. That's right. That's right. Bob rewards the patient and those who overcome the turmoil and strife and adversity of the void and chaos. Aha! Behold, a gift from Bob. A relic site. Oop, I did a 1 AU scan. Probably should have done more than that. Ha 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 ha! Now, I want to try a trick here. We'll see if I can get this to work. Depending on if this is a good relic site or not. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it's not a one that's got lots of rats on it. What is it? Ah, it's a Forgotten Frontier Evacuation Center. That's too bad. I want to try a trick anyway, though. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to put this into... Let's see, we're at 0.25, so I'm going to go like this and make this like a perfect sphere. Centered exactly on this thing if I can. Put it right on the center there. Make this like a perfect sphere. And I'm going to warp to 100 on this guy so I don't get killed by these rats. And we're going to see if any of our probes are on grid with us and could be used to make a perch point immediately. Now you got done, it made your eye twitch. Oh, they were there for a second. Let's see if we can get them on grid now that we centered them on us. Yeah, we could drop one as we're warping in. That's true. Eve Miner, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Huge shout out to Eve Miner as well. Yes. We got some that are like way, way off centered. We need to pull these things in even more, I think. I need to pull them in a bit more. You ever heard of this before? Ooh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, I like to use, it depends on how fast you're warping, Warlock. I like to use inside of around 3,000 meters. Make sure you're really definitely on grid. Inside of 10K, you'll probably be on grid, depending on how fast your ship warps. 3-ish, normally it gets me like within around 150 to like 300 clicks off of the bookmark. But this is another way. Let's move those in a little bit, where you can make a little sphere with a 0.25 AU. It also works with a 0.5 AU, I think. I've been able to get it to work with my combat probes. And then these things show up on grid here, so you can't see this. I'll remove my camera for you. But you can see that down here I've got these guys into like 349 kilometers, so we can try pulling this in a little bit more. And then you can use your scanner probes to make a nice little bookmark, and it's relatively precise. That one's at 138, so I can bump this out a tad bit. Yeah, the slower your ship is, the closer you can drop the bookmark. Exactly. In a regular pattern, one should be on grid. Yeah, I find that is sometimes true, but not consistent. Whereas making this formation makes it very consistent to get something decently on grid. And I try to dial it in until I've got one that's like right at 150, 160. It can be finicky though, but once I get this set up, then I'll just save it. I see two of these that just like don't move. It should be good enough for Bob. The recentering helped as well. 400. Too bad there's all these rats here. Otherwise, this would be... Actually, these ones don't have great stuff in them, from what I'm told. Here we go. Got one at 156. So that works. So now, we can save the current formation. Call that perch. And now that's good to go. Set that back up. Okay. Well, it's time for us to take a short break. So let's get another giveaway set up. And then we'll explore like one or two more wormholes, I think. See what we can find out here. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find an actual relic site that we can scan down. But I think only one or two more wormholes, and then I need to take some rest because we're still sick. Need to recover so we can hopefully go back to work on Monday and not miss out on any more. Go take a nap or something. Be good. All right, so for this one, of course, to give praise to Bob, we're going to go with hashtag Bob in the chat. Hashtag Bob in the chat. Carbet, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Hell yes. Hashtag Bob in the chat, everybody, for this giveaway. Dude, and we got Farah Nishalni, welcome. Thank you for the follow as well. We're going to take a short break here, go to the restroom, maybe get some more, probably get some more medicine. That'll be good. Keep my sinuses as clear as I can. And then when we get back, we'll do this giveaway, and we'll do a little bit more scanning. So, see you in a little bit. We have returned. We have returned. Welcome back, everybody. Hashtag Bob in the chat. Annoying the Orange. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome. And Faran Shalni, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Let's go. Let's go. Get those subs on the YouTube channels. We're almost at, I think, 700 subscribers now, which is absolutely insane. Jumping into this, a new C4 here. Check this place out. See what they have to offer. A good number of signatures here, so maybe we'll get lucky and actually get something. Yes. Oh, yes. We're getting there. We're getting there on YouTube. Someday we'll have a whole bunch of great subscribers and followers and all that kind of stuff. It'll be awesome. It's probably going to take quite a few more years, though. It's a slow progression, but we're on the way. Slowly but surely. As taught by Bob, nothing in life is easy. Okay, scan this guy down. All right, so hashtag Bob, last call. We'll do this giveaway for everybody here. And we'll finish scanning down this way. Ooh, look, a relic site here already. Security level 3. Okay. Praise Bob. Praise Bob. Hashtag Bob in the chat, and then Bob provides. Bob provides. Nosy? Yes. Oh, yes. What do we got here? Forgotten Frontier Conversion Module. Less than ideal. But maybe this is also a relic site. Aha. All right, let's roll this giveaway, shall we? Here we go. We've got 10 of you all. A nice even number. You all have a 1 in 10 chance. A 0.1%. No, a 1% chance. Nailed it. A 1% chance to win. Here we go. Oh, you snuck in right at the last minute. But Carbe is the winner and a brand new follower. Let's go. Yes. Nice. I love it when the brand new cats get the wins. All right. Carbet, is it Carbet or Carbe? I feel like Carbe is more appropriate. What is your in-game name? Exclamation mark IGN in the chat. And we'll send to you one of these media miasma skins. It's a made-up word? All right. Well, then I'll pronounce it however I see fit. Carbete. Or maybe it's Carbe. I think Carbe may be the right way. I like it when I win mostly. Yeah, right, Spinny? What is your in-game name? Thadra Hunis Yazria. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Are you familiar with the exclamation mark IGN command? You can use that as well. Exclamation mark IGN space followed by your name as you just typed in there. And then pretty much every Eve streamer has got that bot set up. And then after that, when you type an exclamation mark IGN, it'll show your in-game name like this. Yes, now we're registered. Now when you win in other people's streams, you can just type in exclamation mark IGN, and for the most part, that bot will throw your name out there. Every now and then there's new streamers that don't have it set up quite yet. It's a little bit tricky sometimes, but it usually works pretty well. All right, we're going to send to you a Praxis Media Miasma skin. Carbe, have you been playing Eve for long? Thadra Hunis Yazria. Love getting new people to the channel. Just got back in? Well, welcome back in. Hell yes. How long was your break for? We have only been playing the game for a little bit over a year now. We are a very brand new young capsulator. A 5-year break. Ooh. I'm sure a lot has changed in the last 5 years. I don't know what all has changed since we've only been playing for a year, but I feel like probably a lot. I'm certain that Nullsec for sure has had a lot of big changes. You may have noticed that the Goons recently moved out of 1DQ and Delve. They traveled east. Always to the east. Bountiful Reservoir there. What do we got going on with these guys? What are you guys doing? That do not resolve very well. In wormholes, nothing changes for you. That's true. That's true. Wormhole space doesn't change a ton. Okay, another wormhole. Love that. I think I'm sitting on one right now. Indeed we are. Yeah, I think they need a little bit of love too. You know, it's funny. The community seems to be kind of divided. I was talking to people out at FanFest, a bunch of other wormholers, and I was saying, man, I would love it if wormhole space would get some more content, or like a content kind of overhaul, just to invite, like, to get more people into J-Space, to incentivize people going into wormhole space. And some of the other wormholes were like, no, 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 no. We do not want that. We like J-Space the way it is. It's the best kept secret in all of EVE Online. And we don't want CCP to, like, break it. But I was like, yeah, but more people to come in and fight, which would be great. I think just doing a bookmark overhaul is basically like a wormhole, like, patch on its own. Because we rely on them so much and use them so frequently. I was like, just overhaul bookmarks and some UI stuff, call it a wormhole patch, it'll be great. Some of those guys told him to stop teaching new roads because they should stay a secret. Yeah, right. Oh, we want new bros in J-Space. We want to get as many new bros in J-Space as we can, because then it's a lot more fun. There's more people to hunt, more people to fight, more people to praise Bob with, right? Overhaul bookmarks. So what I would love to see, Warlock, is automation for bookmarks. So I can set up a naming convention, and when I drop a bookmark on a wormhole, it automatically puts in the naming convention for that wormhole, so I don't have to type it in as much, and just automatically saves it on a 24-hour timer instead of 2 days. Stuff like that. There are a couple of little things too. I also wanted an overhaul of how D-scan works, because when you are changing your ranges like this, you can see, like, it's just like, here, let me remove my camera here. So if you look over here, like, as I change the ranges for D-scan, it's just like all janky. It's like super weird. Like, it moves at like random intervals. Like, it's like 0.2 AU, sort of. It's like super weird. So I have to cursor over here, and then like, then if I scroll with my cursor in this very specific spot, then it moves. But if I go a little bit too far down, oh shit, it goes to the tab, and like now it starts being all janky again. So that was one of the other things I added, to just help out with that quality of life stuff. They make it so we can adjust the colors from the D-scan to custom colors. Yes, 100% true. 100%. Doesn't change the D-scan colors, yeah. That kind of stuff would also be very helpful. Thera is really cool. I'd be interested in a couple of new random wormholes that are completely different in some way. That would be cool, yeah. They can only get to from wormholes, maybe? Yes. Or some sleeper ship BPCs from home. Yes, exactly, Smee. That's the kind of stuff I think would be really cool. Yeah, why isn't it 1 AU intervals? I mean, I like 0.1 AU intervals as well, but like, it's just like kind of janky. It doesn't flow very smoothly. Another C2. And we have to type so many bookmarks as well. when you're in wormhole space. So having a way to automate bookmarks and make them just a little bit more user-friendly, I think would be very helpful. Can only see black and whites and a few tints of gray. Ah, yeah. Since we're raising money for guide dogs for the blind too, I was actually thinking about ways that you could play EVE Online if you are blind. You know, there's a lot of people that play. There's a lot of blind video gamers out there. Blindness has a huge range, right? Of vision impairment. It's not just like you see absolutely nothing. Like sometimes it could be tunnel vision, or you have, you know, spots that you can't see. So it's not just like complete blindness. So because of that, I think there's a lot of video game players. Yes, there's even a few blind EVE players. That's right. So I was thinking about this while we were at FanFest and we were talking about accessibility for the game. Talking about color blindness and a whole bunch of other things too. How would one play EVE Online while blind? And I think EVE Online is a unique game in that you can play the entire game without really having to see what's happening on grid and still understand spatial representation and be able to fight. Like, I could do an entire, like, this could be the game with my system map up here, even just nothing there, and all the information is here on my D-scan and my overview and, you know, what's happening over on this side. So I think you could design a really good interface, probably with text-to-speech, that allowed you to play EVE Online, even though you really couldn't see. I thought that might be kind of a fun thing to experiment with. I think we'd have to get some good, a good text-to-speech, either AI or bot or something that can like look at your screen, read and process what's happening, and then tailor alerts for you that you want to give you information, and then have a really good robust hotkeys and a way to, you know, lock targets and things like that without having to necessarily point and click with the mouse. I think that'd be really cool. Let's see. We are at XMS. The C4 here. All right, we got one more signature. Let's see if it's a relic site. I bet it's a wormhole, but maybe it'll be a relic site. Have only one working left eye, so we're getting her too. Yes. Yeah. So you'll have to let me know what ideas you have, Caroline. I bet we could get a system to do that. Or the nice thing about EVE Online is potentially develop a good third-party tool for that. Ah, yes, it is a wormhole, as we suspected. Little C1 here. Interesting. So, no good relic sites so far. They've all been scooped up by everybody else today, it looks like. Unsecured Frontier Digital Nexus. I don't know if I want to go do a data site. You could, I guess. I don't know if that one has rats. Oh, wait. Here's a C5. It's kind of wobbly, though. A little bit wobbly. And we're not feeling super great right now, so. It does have rats? Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. The unsecured and the forgotten ones all have the rats. Wow. Well, far out. Far out. I think what we're going to do is we'll make our way back down the chain and out towards K space. We were unsuccessful in our endeavor to find wonderful loots today. But let's make our way back down the chain. And then we'll say hello to our porpoise. And see if we can't get out to Jita. And then I think for maybe the next month or so, I think we might spend some time in K-Space. Doing some Skinner stuff, because this is our Skinner character here. Making some Boojum skins for our July 4th event. And then we'll go and try some case-space stuff, because we haven't done that in a long time. Maybe do some DD sites, do some missions. No. Don't go back in there. We're going to go here.
Warp drive active.
Do some missions, maybe do a little bit of FW. We haven't done that in a very long time. Planning on doing an FW event during our charity stream, which is pretty sweet. Come do FW with you? Yes, Caroline. I'd love to do FW with you. With you and Magical Geek as well. That'd be fun to do some FW. Ray was kind enough to invite, or to offer to FC for us a little bit in some sort of small gang FW for the charity event, which would be pretty sweet.
Warp drive active.
Is this a Wolf Riot effect? Oh, there's a Wolf Riot in here? Nice. What class am I in? So C4? Nice. That's cool. Oh, C4 with a Wolf Riot. No wonder it's empty. People are probably farming the shit out of these combat sites in here. Although, I don't know. C4 with Wolf Riot, it's like small weapons. Maybe that's not that great.
Warp drive active.
Try that again.
Warp drive active.
You think it is great? I mean, I guess you could. For the C4 stuff, you're probably running bigger than small weapons, though, aren't you? I think Wolf Rights just only do small effects. Did a T3C with small weapons. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess you could do a T3C in there. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. We're trying to make our Boojum, our 5th account. We're going to get them into an Onyx. And then we're going to go and we're going to terrorize some... Oh, there's a capsule here. Hello.
Warp drive.
We're going to terrorize some C-13s, which would be pretty fun. Somebody's got a little bit of combat going on in this little C2. Or C1 or whatever it is we're in. I think it's a C... It's probably a C1, actually. Yeah, it might be a C2. It's kind of dark. I'm jumping into C5. Yes. Tiagi! Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, Loki with rapid lights. That'd be cool. Well, here we are on this cool one.
Warp drive active.
Another pulsar effect in here. Look at this guy. I like this wormhole. This is a cool looking wormhole. This is where we saw a bunch of people jumping around, I think. All right, one more jump, I do believe. And we're back.
Drive active.
That was a pretty good chain we went down. Need a Loki PvP fit. I need to fly the Loki. I need to train into the Loki. It looks like it's really, really fun. Especially for PvP. I mean, the Tengu is awesome as well. I love the Tengu. But I definitely feel like I'm kind of like an underdog in the Tengu when I'm going up against a Loki. Oh, hey, these guys are back. These prospects that are here.
Warp drive active.
These are the guys that I saw at the very beginning when we first jumped on stream. What are you guys doing? Let's go say hello. They're not on this gas site? What are these prospects doing here? Prospects, what are you doing here? Huh. Sir Huffington, another prospect? Where are these guys? Oh, it's another gas site here. Are they all on this vast perimeter? I didn't realize there was another gas site here. A vast perimeter reservoir.
Warp drive.
Of course they're there. Gonna make ourselves a little perch point here.
Warp drive active.
Look at these guys. I'm almost tempted to go get my Tengu and then bring him back. Jekyll, what is going on? Yeah, long time no see. Welcome, welcome. See if that spooked him. One jumped off. Let's get some data on this. Bob, yep. They're in the infected and pathogen. Interesting. Where are you guys going? To that C4, huh? Which one was it? BRS? Wonder if anybody will come back out of that. Bob, you guys know who this corporation is? The Infected? Any idea?
Drive active.
Pathogen, The Infected. And Sir Huffington. Where'd that guy just go? Over there somewhere, into the darkness. I bet if we hang out here for a minute, I bet a Loki shows up. Bet you a Loki shows up. All right, well, we're back in our little wormhole here. And I'm tired. This guy's also an infected and pathogen. All right, cool. Because we're still sick, but I think we're on the mend. I think we're finally getting to feel a bit better. So, we should be able to stream tomorrow. And maybe we'll do some K-Space stuff, or maybe we'll do some more exploration since we were unsuccessful today. And maybe we'll do that. Well, maybe we'll start in K-Space. I don't know. We'll have to figure out what we're going to be doing tomorrow. But we'll be doing some more EVE Online, that's for sure. So, with that, before we go, I want to do one more shout out to the event that we're going to be hosting here in about a month, a little more than a month. We're going to be having our belated Boojum birthday bash. Going to be celebrating 1 year playing EVE Online. It's been a little bit more than a year already, which is crazy. So on the 4th of July at 4 p.m. EVE time, or 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, noon Eastern time, we're going to be doing a charity subathon. So the goal is going to be 150 subs. For the subs, we're trying to get to 150. For each sub that we get, either gifted or otherwise, I'm going to donate $10 to Guide Dogs for the Blind, which is the charity that we're going to be raising money for. We've got a whole bunch of other people who are going to be helping us out. We're going to have a bunch of events going on. Caroline has offered to help teach people about wormhole space. So we're going to be doing some wormhole space content. We're probably going to do some NPSI, Yeet Fleets, maybe do some ESS stuff. I'm planning on probably having a PvP tournament. We may do a tour all of around New Eden to go and visit some of the monuments in New Eden, like the New Eden Gate, and go to Mole, and maybe go see Steve. Check out some of the cool systems like Thera, maybe Pochfin, things like that. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of prizes and giveaways for all of the different events and for everybody being here. Our goal is to raise $10,000 for Guide Dogs for the Blind, which is a really wonderful nonprofit organization that trains guide dogs to give to those who are visually impaired and really give them all of the mobility that they don't have. And it's a really, really great organization. I went out to visit them. I've been in communication with them, talked with them, and they do some really spectacular stuff. They've got a great program. So I'm happy to be helping to raise money for Guide Dogs for the Blind, and we're going to have a bunch of other streamers and content creators that are going to be helping out as well. It's going to be like a team-based event, and we're going to try to get, as a team, up to $10,000 for Guide Dogs for the Blind. So there'll be more to follow on that. We're going to have a better schedule that rolls out as we get closer to the actual event itself. For every $1,000 that we raise for Guide Dogs for the Blind, we're going to add another hour to the stream. So it's going to be at a minimum 24 hours, but could go all the way up to really like 35 hours over the course of the entire weekend. So I'm really excited for it. I hope you guys are as well. If you guys would like to donate any EVE in-game stuff for giveaways for the weekend, you can just send them to the Boojum. I'll throw my in-game name for you here. And let me know in a comment when you contract it out to me that it's for the charity subathon. And then I'll set that aside. I've got a spreadsheet tracking all this stuff. We've already got a whole bunch of ISK donated and a couple of ships, including a Marshal, which is really sweet. Thank you, Tiagi, for that. So I'm really excited about this event. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes well and we can meet some of our goals, which would be great. All right, with that, everybody, let's see if I can find somebody to raid here. And then we're going to call it a wonderful day. A wonderful day in EVE Online. So let's look for, I'm going to look for a little raid target. See what we got. See if we maybe can find somebody with the drops on that we haven't raided in a while. Or as we like to do, we like to raid new streamers and new EVE Online players too. Let's see, who do we have? Let's go ahead and drop in. Yeah, we'll drop in over. Tell you what, do you guys want to see what's going on in with all the nullsec stuff, the the potential war that we got going on. We got Serpent Power as an option. We've got Rain as an option. I think she's still sort of casting on what's happening in Nullsec with all the potential battles that are going to be going on there. I've been checking out her stream, watching what's happening there. Keepstar drops and Twitch drops, yes. Or we can drop in on Old Lumen, Tales of Lumen. What do you guys think? And make sure that those guys aren't going to be ending their streams anytime soon. War content, you think, Crab? That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Okay, let's go figure out what's going on with the war. We'll check in with Rain. I don't think we've raided Rain in a long time anyway, so that'll be good. That'll be really good. She's got an amazing stream, a wonderful stream, so... Alright, with that, we will see you guys all later. Fly dangerous.
Jump as soon as you hit grid. Last jump for the scouting party. Then we gotta scout the wormhole.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Welcome.
Whoa.
Let's go!
Hold. Hold. All right, here's the plan. We're going to try to burn out of this thing as fast as we can. Come on. Yes! Oh! We made it, everybody. We made it. Oh, shit. Whoa! Ha-ha-ha! Let's go! Ha ha ha! Perfect. All right, and the DSC is on the way. We made it. Boojum, as soon as I hit grid, I'll let you know. You can work to me, Boojum. Boojum. Not an Boojum, but Boojum. That was fun. That was really fun.